Hey, so can you hear me? Can you hear me all right? Oh, good. Oh, for crying out loud. Freaking phone vibrates so much it shakes the whole damn bed. So how you doing? I know, unfortunately, I had already planned to go live at noon, and everybody knew, but other people still decided to go live, so it's it's a pain trying to compete with everybody else's streams. I don't even know if doing a panel is going to work or not. I've been trying to set this up all morning, doing it through OBS and StreamYards. So it's going to be interesting to see if it actually works. Let me see. You still hear me all right, right? Because you're not talking. Don't even bother, AJM. I'm not doing any conspiracy crap. If you want to try and come up, conspiracy, we can see if this works or not. I have no idea if this is going to work. These headphones let me hear a bit. They're not great, but I can hear enough to talk. I did a little testing before I started this. Candace, I'd throw you a bunch of hearts, but I'm talking. How weird is this? We always talk in chat. Ross, hey! Panel links pinned. I know you like panels too, Ross. Hey, Bet Tech. I've got 4 monitors, so it's just like trying to keep up with all of this is a little. I haven't done a stream in almost 2 years, so it's a little. Oh, there you are. Sorry, conspiracy.
No worries.
So I mean, as long as everybody is like whoever we have on the panel doesn't talk over each other, I should be okay.
Yeah, you sound fine.
But it's just with my hearing impairment. I actually haven't really heard much in 2 years. So when I first tried these headphones, it was like sensory overload. So it was way too much sound. And so I actually have not been using them much because my brain hurt. So, but hey, Landley. Hey, Christine. trying to keep up with everything. But so how you doing? I saw you on what was it, David's this morning?
Yeah, I jumped on his panel and played a little bit when I got home from work.
That's
I
cool.
I found out today. Apparently, I'm a scammer supporter. I jumped into PDF's chat like I do every morning, and he called me out because I had Wandering Hippie on my Sunday show a couple of weeks back or something, and he was all upset, calling me out and this and that, whatever.
Jeez.
It is what it is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
these people will call anybody a scammer supporter, a pedo supporter. I mean, you name it. It's gotten ridiculous.
Yeah, I don't let it bother me.
I'm trying to add mods. I wiped almost all of my moderators, so I had people I haven't even talked to in 2 years still as moderators. Hey, Oklahoma. Heather. Let's see. Rod Miller. Hello from New Jersey. I hope that you're having a very happy and healthy and safe New Year. Yep. I'm good. How about you, Conspiracy? Want to answer him?
I'm having a good New Year so far. Yeah, I started a new job at the end of last year, so yeah, things are doing pretty good so far this year.
Yeah, you work a C shift, right? Or a B shift?
Yeah, it's overnights, 8 p.m. to 6:30 a.m.
Oh, here, let's scare everybody. You ready? Boo. Yeah, just trying to like position the mic, position the camera, position the monitors. It's like you should see it, man. I'm still trying to work this out, and I was talking to Authority Check. He's got two of his monitors vertical instead of horizontal, and
Oh yeah.
yeah, and see, I have two 22-inch and two 24-inch. So I'm thinking about taking the two 22s, putting them vertical on the end, either end of the two 24s, and then having it like parabolic, so it's kind of like on an arc. But
Oh yeah.
I think I'm wondering if that's going to be a little too much.
Well, I just barely for Christmas I got a second monitor, so I finally got two monitors again. My wife got me a 27-inch gaming monitor, which is nice because I like to PC game as well.
How's this, Heather? I just turned it up a little bit. I can't hear myself, so I have no idea how loud I am. Thank you, Lanley. I mean, like I said, I have no idea what I sound like anymore. I have no clue. Well, I hope that's good enough. So, yeah, I was bouncing around all these different karaoke chats like I see you in,
Mm-hmm.
and it's kind of interesting that there's so many people from the Philippines that love to do this.
Yeah, tons.
Yeah, and they're, from what I understand, they're really good. People say they're real good.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah,
go ahead.
do you know the name Supine? Did you
Yeah.
hear us talking about Supine? Yeah, I believe. Now I'm not sure on this, but I believe she was like one of the like finalists for like Got Talent, something like that.
Oh. Yeah, I was just in her. I don't know if it was last night or the night before, but I was just in a chat where she was in there. Oh, holy crap. Thank you, Candace. um, and she was in there, and oh my god, she is gorgeous.
Mm-hmm.
Like, she is absolutely stunning. And I told her so. And she was all giggly about it, but then she started singing, and everybody in the chat blew up. So, I mean, she must be good.
Yeah, she's pretty good.
And people say you're a killer on the guitar, man.
No, people also say I'm crap too. So
There's optimism for you.
there's always somebody to jump up and say, "Oh, well, he's not as good as this person. He's not as good as that person." You know what? I never claimed to be as good as anybody but me.
I I want to hear you honestly. It's just I'm afraid of the overload. Too much sound. I tried to listen to a little music on YouTube when my son brought these over for me because these were actually his and he got a better pair, so he let me use these. And when I got them, I put them on, and I'm a big Metallica fan, and my favorite song in the world is "My Friend of Misery." I actually have it
Mm.
tattooed on my arm, and I tried to listen to it, and the pain was so bad. I literally like teared up because it shot through my ears right into my brain. And I was like, okay, I guess that was a bit too much for just starting out. Because ever since my mother passed and that, I didn't realize just how much worse my hearing got. And it's just I haven't been to the ENT since she passed up until a couple weeks ago. While I was there, we were trying to figure out what I could do. I wanted to get hearing aids, but the copay is insane on them. So
Mm-hmm.
he had a pair of Bose noise canceling headphones. They were like these, but obviously they were Bose. Nice high quality
Yeah.
stuff. And I put them on for the
Nope.
first time, and he picked up a microphone and he said, "Brian," and I couldn't believe it. All of a sudden, I was like, I could hear him. And he said a couple sentences, and I was able to make out every word. It was low, but it wasn't like he didn't have to turn them up nearly as much as I had to with earbuds. The
Mm-hmm.
problem with earbuds is they're so jammed into my ear, they're so close to my eardrums that it causes migraines. So that's why I haven't been using them. So I just couldn't believe it when all of a sudden I could hear. So it was great. Hey, Lady Love. Sorry.
Yeah, I could definitely see sensory overload, especially. Hey, I haven't really listened to live music in a long time. Let's throw in some Metallica.
Right.
I would have done the same thing too, though.
Lan Lee and anybody else that is a moderator, if you're not already aware, don't hide those things. It's pointless to hide them. They say one thing one time and then they never repeat themselves. So, I've actually been talking to the YouTube development team about those things and what I've found out about those things, and they have tracked over 200,000 of those bots so far. And it's like the ban list can only hold 999 entries. So, we'll never be able to ban them all. So it's kind of like just delete their message. I mean,
I did add a bunch of them little like the 3-letter VOM and
right.
stuff like that to my block words list, and that took out some of them. But now that's capital letter, small letter, capital letter. You know what I mean?
Well,
and it's changing every single time.
here's the thing. You see, I'm a software engineer. I've spent my life writing software. I started writing software in 1988. So when you add words to the blocked words list, or when you add people to the hide list, every single time somebody types something in the chat, it's compared to all those words, and it's compared to all the people in the block list and the people in the timeout list. Now, when you think about it, if you have 100 people in your chat typing 1,000 messages a minute, think about how many times that has to go through and compare. Every single word they type has to be compared to every word in that list. That starts to add up. So it actually slows down. So,
yeah, that totally makes sense. They'd have to check all of them names against every single chat that somebody chats.
Yep, every name, every word. And if they're like me, like people pick on me all the time because I use full sentences and I use paragraphs. You know, I've been typing for most of my life because of my hearing. So I'm used to typing my thoughts out. So people try to pick on me, but I type a paragraph in the blink of an eye, you know? So it's nothing to me. But when you think about it, that paragraph has, 60 words in it. That's 60 words that have to be compared to say 999 words in that list.
Yeah.
So 60 times 999. So it just, I try to explain to people that it can slow a channel down over time. And actually, if all these channels are doing it, now say the YouTube server you're on has 5,000 live streams on it right now. So it slows the server down. So it just, YouTube, that's why they added subscriber only mode. That was the whole point.
I'll be right back. I gotta go answer the door.
Yeah, that's good. Sorry, hey, MIB, what's up, brother? Joe Black, what's going on? I just try to help people understand why there's no reason to hide those things. It's just ignore. I mean, what they say isn't even clickable. So, you can't click on their link. So it really just makes no sense to do it. But I hope everybody's having a wonderful anti-rebel birthday. Yep, it's Thump Thump Day. Yeah, Andrew was killing me with that last night, saying it over and over and over and over. It kept going into closed captioning over and over. I had to turn closed captioning off. The link, the panel link is pinned if anybody else wants to try and come up. I know you avoid the drama stuff a lot, but I'm sure you're aware of Rebel Connie,
Yeah, I've seen some of Andrew's streams. Yeah.
Yeah, well, today
I don't know who he is. I don't think I've ever even visited his channel. I don't know who he is personally, but I know of him.
Yeah, he's really well known for harassing people. Like people that help him try to improve his life. He turns around and attacks them when they don't just hand him money every time he wants it. And the guy literally gets on his stream and begs for weed and cigarette money every single day. I'm not kidding you. That's not an exaggeration. You can ask anybody in the chat. So, today's his birthday. And he was planning on getting at least $220 for his birthday. And he was going to do that by asking people for it. And I'm like, well, hell, I might as well. Oh, there's KJ. I got to mod him. I'm like, yeah, well, I might as well do an anti-birthday stream. Why not? If people are going to give out money, it's like, there's my Cash App link on the screen. But it's just, I'm telling you, man, be glad that you haven't gotten mixed up in that real bad, because I defended a friend of mine, and he immediately started making up lies about me and started trying to spread those lies. It's just ridiculous. So that's why the title of the stream is what it is.
Yeah, not familiar with him. Just what I've seen in Andrew's chats and whatnot.
Yeah. Oh, dude, thanks, man. I really appreciate that. You surprised the hell out of me with it, but yeah, I mean, it's just, yeah, it's gotten bad, man. He started telling everybody that I wished cancer and death upon some woman for 2 years. I'm like, who? Show the proof, Let me see the proof.
Mm-hmm.
Nope, not a shred of proof. He started calling his local cops and telling them that we were all threatening his life. It's like, really? Where's the threats? Show the proof. So, but at any rate, so, you know, it is what it is. I figured I'd stream. We could talk about whatever. Talk about, well, I mean, I was hoping more people would show up, but other people went live, unfortunately. So,
Well, that's the way it is.
yeah, it is. But a big question has come up that people have been bugging me about lately, and people have been calling me a turncoat because I hang in the drama channels and the fight channels and the truth channels, and I haven't been supporting a lot of so-called auditors that are out
Mm.
there. Now, I'm if you know anything about me, I've been around the auditing community in one form or another for as long as PDF has, a good over 10 years total. A lot of it was just silent observation in the beginning, and over time I, started talking and blah blah blah. But um AC here? Is that the real AC? Somebody verify that before I mod him. Same with 69.
I can check real quick. I'm not sure.
But yeah, so it's become a big thing. People are, oh, you turned on the auditing community, you don't believe in the Constitution anymore, blah blah blah. It's like, no. First off, I have never supported that whole all cops are bad. Never. I've never believed in it. Oh, hold on. What's up, brother?
What up, guys?
How you doing, AC? I'm guessing that's the real him then.
I'm good.
And that would be the real 69.
Yeah, I started like watching the 1A community. I think the first person I ever saw was a Facebook post by Gavin Syme, and from there I went to NNH, and then from there it just kind of spiderwebbed. And then I was subbed to all of them at one time. I've eventually got it. My list dwindled back down to ones that I actually support, and not just blindly following everybody.
Yeah, well,
But I did get a chance a few years back. I got a chance to go hang with Bao and Freeman for a day here in Utah, so I got to watch them do their thing.
yeah, well, me and Bob, we don't really talk anymore. So, but I mean, it is what it is. Some people, and the one thing I will give Bao credit for is he's always been honest about his intentions. Always. If he was doing something for money, he flat out said it. He never tried to lie about it. And I will give him credit to no end for that. Because there are so many people out there. You trying to cut in, AC?
Say what now?
I heard you kind of, it sounded like you were trying to cut in to talk.
No, 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 no. You're good.
All right. Sorry, my hearing, is what it is. But the bottom line is, I haven't turncoated. I just don't support the people that are running around doing so-called audits on frickin' liquor stores and mom and pop garages and corner stores. And I'm sorry, to me that's bull. That's not auditing.
Yeah, I think it's my opinion that all started in California, and why it started is because every public building in the state has probably been audited because there's just so many guys out there auditing. So they needed something new to get the reaction. They needed that reaction.
Yeah, it did.
That's my opinion.
Well, a big part of it is, I don't even know if I say his name right, but MKingSr or whatever.
Amagansett, yeah.
MKingSr and his son. I forget, what is it? Watching the Watchmen or something.
Mm-hmm.
They were a big part of what started all that, because obviously their channels are large, and a lot of people want to do what they do, and they know that anything that's controversial will get views. Period. Anything. I mean, it doesn't matter if it's blowing up cars. Doesn't matter. I mean, come on. There's people that have gotten 1 million subscribers over driving over Legos. I mean,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
but
Well, I'm one of the people that watched it too.
I like the hydraulic press guy. Yeah, but these guys started doing this and they started calling it auditing. I don't care if you do it. Don't call it auditing. That's not auditing. That's I want money. That's what that is. It's nothing more than I want ad revenue. That's not activism. That's not auditing. And that's the problem. These people started calling this stuff auditing. And it started reflecting on anybody else that calls themselves an auditor. All of a sudden, if you look at it now, how many people are doing that crap? It's literally dangerous to call yourself an auditor now. You go out in public and you say, I'm an auditor, and the police automatically will hate you. Automatically. Because they expect you to harass them. They expect you to follow them around and call them a tyrant for no reason. All that stuff.
Well, that's what they see.
Right, that's my point.
That's what they get on YouTube, and that's what they see. Yeah.
Hey, Canada. Yeah, that's my point. They get on there and they see all this crap. And they're like, okay, these guys are just going to harass me. Now, if you look at, like, SAX to C Prez, I know some people don't like him. And when he first got started, he was pretty vulgar, all that. He admits it. But you know what? I'm his biggest supporter because I've supported him for years. And if you watch his more recent videos, he lets the cop do what they do. And when they do a good job, he tells them so. You know, he doesn't hesitate to say, man, that was a good job. You didn't violate their rights at all. That's auditing. That's cop watching. But when you pull out your camera and you run up to somebody with a badge and you say, oh, you're a cop, you're a tyrant, just because he's got a badge on. I don't agree with that. I'm sorry. I know other people believe that. I don't. To me, he's a guy trying to do his job. Oh, we lost AC. But to me, he's just a guy trying to do his job. And it's people like Rebel, like the guy in the title. He tries to capitalize on this now. He's riding the frauditor gravy train. You know, he's like, oh, they're all frauditors. They don't do anything right. They're all bad, blah, blah, blah. He's just trying to ride the other bigger channels that started doing that. And at first, I didn't believe that frauditor stuff. It annoyed the piss out of me. But the more I started watching, the more I started realizing that word applied to a lot of people. And that's why people are calling me a turncoat now. Hey, Nevaeh, if somebody verify that's really her, please. Rebel tried to imitate her in Shelly's chat the other morning.
And someone even used my likeness and porn bombed somebody. Oh, I think they porn bombed Swedish Sugar with my likeness.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, man, that sucks.
Yeah, she messaged me and she said, well, commented on one of my videos, said, I know it wasn't you because it happened while you were live streaming. I'm like, well, yeah, people don't think about that, you know.
Thank you, Lindley. Well, it's like, look, if you see in the chat, you see UK Auditor in the chat there. Rebel is hell-bent on saying that UK Auditor is hacking him, is pinning his connection down and not letting him use his own internet. Yeah, as far as Rebel's concerned, UK Auditor is like an Uber hacker that can take down the world, and he's got all these skills, and his focus is Rebel. It's like if he could do what Rebel thinks he could do, the guy would just go hack a bank and be rich.
Yeah, right. Why would he hack his channel?
Yeah. Throw me a finger, AC.
Yeah, Lanley, I enjoy that option for mods. As a matter of fact, that makes it really nice.
Did you catch that Rebels restreaming you?
I figured he would, man. It's Rebel can't resist. He's gonna restream anything he thinks will get him views, man.
Oh, he's over there crying. He's like, it's boring. And then you got that stupid bitch hustle in the fucking comment section. Authority chick don't ever tell the truth, but yet she sticks up for Connie, who fucking does all this nasty, disgusting crap. I think it's fucking hilarious. She simps, that she's an old ass wimp and the simping for a guy just because he supposedly services his mom really good.
Yeah, well, what killed me was I don't know if you saw, but it was either yesterday or the day before. She was in Rebel's chat. Um, she was trying to ask for extra donations for him because they were gonna get snow, and he might have to shelter in, so he needed more weed and cigarettes. I'm like,
That sounds fine.
yeah, they're 6 months behind on rent on Section 8. They pay $250 a month rent, and they're 6 months behind. But he's got to have his weed and cigarettes. Like, really?
I wonder if I called my boss and said, "Yo, bro, it's snowing outside. I'm gonna go ahead and stay home."
Yeah, well, I don't know where you are, but they're all up in Massachusetts.
I'm in Utah.
Oh, yeah. See, they're all up in Massachusetts, and there's a lot of people that sit in these channels that are all in that area. But I couldn't believe it when she's hostile as this. He's one of his 2 or 3 supporters that he has. But she's asking for extra weed money. How about food? How about rent? I mean,
So you should probably pay your rent before you bought weed.
dude, he literally.
That maybe that could be what got him into the situation. Just saying.
It is. He's admitted that he's had to go into his mother's purse and steal money before to get weed because he was so desperate for it.
Better yet, he was live and she fucking called him out on it live on air. And then he tried to deny the shit like he didn't fucking do it. You fucking idiot.
That's fucked up. Mom calling you out on a live stream, stealing money out of her purse. That's fucked up.
I'm sure you saw the video of him getting smacked by his mama, right?
Yeah, I think I've seen Andrew had it like on replay or something on one of his lives.
Well, Tonic.
So good.
Last night, or this morning rather, Tonic replayed a recent encounter between Connie and his mom, and that was hilarious because he started talking about how he's going to go after people. I'm forgetting who he was naming at the time, but you could all of a sudden everybody's saying that his mom is in the background yelling, "You're not going to go after anybody," and they started fighting with the mic on. Oh, whose channel is it? Conspiracy. Oh my God, Sergeant Lawless, his channel. If you go in there, there's a video called the Ellen stream. Connie's mom's name is Ellen. Everybody knows this. I'm not doxing anybody. But if you go and watch this, she actually gets on the mic for a long time. You have to hear this, man. I'm not kidding you. I'm not about to play a bunch of crap that I'm going to get, he's going to try and strike me for. I guarantee you right now, he's telling his 3 supporters that I'm a domestic terrorist and everybody has to report me. And everybody in the chat is getting reported because they're domestic terrorists. So now you're a domestic terrorist, Conspiracy, because you talked to me.
Oh, but apparently I'm a scammer supporter too because I talked to Wandering Hippie, had him on my panel one day.
Hey, TOS.
So now I'm a terrorist supporter and a scammer supporter.
Well, no, now you're not just a terrorist supporter. Now you're a terrorist because you got on here.
Oh, now I'm a terrorist too. I'm gonna write a song about it.
Oh, dude, that'd be great.
call myself. I'll name it. Calling myself a terrorist or something. I don't know.
Oh my God, that would be hilarious. Call it the Connie calls me a terrorist song. I guarantee you, he's saying it right now. Guaranteed. We're all terrorists. I guarantee it. That's what and he literally will go into his stream and report every comment said in that stream as terroristic threats, threats against his life, all this stupid stuff. And I'm sure YouTube's like, they're probably so sick of him by now for reporting stuff.
Like the YouTube Karen.
What'd you say? I'm sorry, I didn't catch that.
Like a YouTube Karen.
Yeah, that's a perfect name for him. He's a YouTube Karen. His mama texted you earlier? Is that for real? That would be funny as heck if she did. What is she doing texting you? What's truth?
I gotta step away for just a minute.
Yeah, you're good. I'm trying to figure out who What's Truth is. I've seen the name or the icon before. I recognize the icon. If anybody else wants to come up, the link is pinned. I'm allowed 6 people because I don't pay for it. Oh, that's fine, Landley. I know, but it's just the way it is. Drama, fake auditors, ad revenue whores, you name it. I mean, don't get me wrong. I would love to be making $10,000 a month like those guys. I'm not going to turn down 10 grand a month, but I'm not going to go calling everyone with a badge a tyrant just to get it. Nevea. Hey, Dragonette. Sorry, guys. I got to, lean forward. I've got 4 monitors, so trying to see all this. Okay, wait now. You're not going to get
Hello.
me. You're not going to get
No,
me.
no. I'm good. I'm good.
Okay, Nemi. I'm trusting you.
Bro, we're cool, man.
How you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm doing great.
Well, it's good to see you on here.
Yeah. Beautiful day. It's snowy. It's crazy, though, man.
Are you up in that area? The Massachusetts area?
I am. Yes, and it's a lot of snow.
Yeah, I heard you guys were expecting 2 feet.
A lot of snow is going on.
Yeah, we got 4 feet here about a week ago. Well, week and a half now. But, there it is.
Nemi, how many?
Sorry, go ahead.
How many times would you say Connie has doxed you with all of his stock accounts?
It's so many times, and it doesn't bother me. You know where I live, buddy? Come visit me. Just saying.
I don't know who you are, Candy Cane, but Lan Lee has been a mod here for 6 years. So, anyway.
A lot of people don't like her. I just want to point that out to you. I don't know if you...
I know.
Yeah.
I know. A lot of people don't like her. A lot of people don't like me. A lot of people don't like AC. You know what? They'll get over it. I'm not going to take somebody off of my mod list just because they don't like her when she's been modding here for 6 years.
Well, do you know the reason why people don't like her? You don't?
I know exactly
okay.
why. I've heard all the stories. I've seen all the so-called evidence. Like I said, she comes here, she says hi, she sits there, she doesn't bother anybody. And she even just said she left because she doesn't want to be a part of any drama. So, but like I said, I've known her way longer than I've known almost anybody else here. So, I know a different person than everybody else knows. 40 degrees? Where the heck are you? The heat index here is like negative 20. What is it down there in Texas, AC?
Let me look. It's kind of chilly outside. I would say it's upper 40s right now. Weather.
32 in Salt Lake City.
49.
Well, that's not bad. I'd take 49 over negative 20.
Yeah, I walked outside with a thin jacket and had a cigarette, so you can't do that over there.
Dude, if it was 0 degrees, I would go outside with a t-shirt. I mean, that's how we are here. When you get used to negative 20, 0 feels warm.
Let's check it.
Candy Cane, I don't know you. I don't know anything about you. No offense, but I don't know you. Yeah, exactly, Nevaeh. I mean, oh, you're Tennessee, huh? Yep, today's my new birthday. I moved it from October to today. Says, anything new going on, AC? I mean, I know you were streaming last night. I missed most of it, though.
Nah, just same old shit with Wolvie. Wolvie went live. He was running his mouth about Ellie. Ellie's a cop, this, that, the other. He's gonna prove it. He didn't prove shit last night. He's got no fucking evidence. If and even at that, like, as well as I do, Brian, like, I wouldn't care if she was a cop because I don't do anything illegal. I'm not breaking any laws. I know Connie thinks that he's gonna put me in jail. He's already said he's gonna put the FBI on me. So is Wolvie, but go right ahead, put the FBI on me. They got nothing on. Got nothing.
Well, how many times has he threatened Nemi? I mean, Nemi, you should be in prison, what, 50 times by now?
I probably should, but I can't wait if he does choose to take this to court or whatever. Like, I have evidence of backing up. Just saying, evidence to counter his evidence or whatever. So, like I said,
yeah, like AC was saying, he's doxed you so many freaking times, but yet he will sit there and whine if you do it to him.
He's so fair for his life, but he's doxing me constantly or whatever. Like, it is what it is.
It's funny, like Rebel, Wolverine, Tony. They've all made claims that they're going to put the cops on you. They're going to call the FBI, and yet I haven't seen one document. I haven't seen one cop come to my house. Nothing. Heather saying, like, how's the warrant he put on you? Apparently there's a warrant out for my arrest. I'm supposed to go turn myself in to the local police department. Okay, if that's the case, then wouldn't they just come to my house and come pick me up then?
No, not necessarily. I mean, that part I can vouch for because I've had plenty of warrants. But you should do a stream calling your local PD and asking if there's a warrant for you.
Oh, yeah, that's a good idea.
They'll tell you on the phone. Or you can look it up online in your local... there should be a local sheriff's department website where you can actually search for whether or not you have a warrant.
Just for shits and giggles, I may fucking do that.
Am I low? I could be. Do I sound low to you guys? I can't hear myself. I have no idea.
No, you sound
Yeah,
fine to me.
You
well,
sound a little
it
low,
kind of
not
sounds.
too much.
Yeah, it kind of sounds like your mic isn't the mic that you're like it's assigned to. Remember when Dying to Live was talking? It sounded like he was down the hall. It's because he was attached to a different mic. That's what it kind of sounds like. You have another mic that's close, and that's what it's feeding through, not the one that you're talking through.
Well, that's actually because I had to do that. The microphone that's for StreamYards is not the microphone being used by OBS. They won't share a mic. So that's why I had to use two different ones. So the one that's being used on StreamYards is about 16 inches away from me. And then the one being used for OBS that they hear me on is right in front of me. So I just turned that one up a little bit. Hopefully that helps. It's almost in the yellow now. So, I mean, it's pretty up there. But, I mean, I can always talk louder. I don't know what I sound. But what killed me though last night, AC, is when I finally came in though, when I finally realized you were live because I didn't get notified. When Exiled, Asmer, and Joe Cool got on that other guy's stream, and and they were arguing about talking over each other. That tripped me out because I mean, come on. If you guys watched closed captioning the way I do, those three all have a habit. I don't even think they realize they do it, but they have a habit of cutting people off all the time. So when it comes across, I could always tell who's doing it too by the words they use or their icon on the screen flashing. So last night, when they were going at each other about talking over each other, the closed captioning was so bad, I couldn't even read it anymore. It was so muddled with all three of them yelling at each other. I couldn't do it. Hey, Taze, how you doing, man? But I just thought it was hilarious, because, like I said, those three are really well known for doing that without even realize they're doing it. I'm trying to keep up with all the screens here.
All right, I'm gonna hop down. It's approaching my bedtime.
All right, man. I appreciate you coming on, man, and thanks for the super chat.
Oh yeah, I just wanted to make sure, get all your audio on your StreamYard, make sure it was all working good.
Yeah.
But I'll see y'all in chat and.
Sorry, I had to mute for a minute. I got coworkers talking.
Yeah, I know. You work in your 9 to 5. I get it. Yeah, it's okay, Heather. Yeah. I thought.
Yeah, I actually felt a little bit bad for the because the channel they ran off to was Anarchy TV, and I went up later on his channel and shut down my stream and just at least apologize because sometimes some of these other channels they're just the innocent bystanders. They're the ones that just catch all the the aftermath. And it's been months of us going back and forth with Wolvie, with all the lies and just the stupidity that he fucking throws. I get it. Two wrongs don't make a right, but I don't fucking stand up for Ellie. I don't stand up for Ross Khan. I don't stand up for any of these other people that these bullies think that they can fucking just roll right all over. I'm gonna feel bad just not saying anything. So I just can't fucking just not do anything. So I jump in the middle of it. I ain't got a problem with it. I'll fucking Is it someone else's fight? Sure, but I think it's funny that he complains about us going after him and talking about his nub, but yet he fucking runs around screaming at Miss B the N word with the both with the A and the hard R. It just gets repetitive with Wolvie.
Well, yeah, I mean, wasn't he supposed to die by now? He said 7 months, like 9 months ago.
According to Ellie, that date is scheduled for um, Valentine's Day. So that's a what month? A little less than a month now. So tick tick tick. That's the sound of someone's life running out. Which, hey, wait a minute, isn't that what he told us? He was telling me, me, Ellie, ASMR. He was telling us that one night that he looked at one of my videos. One of my videos had 666 views. Had 666 views, and it told him to look up to the sky and see God. And God was telling him that one of the five that was on that fucking panel would perish. I think we just made him another liar
I remember that.
again.
I mean, it had to be explained to me a few times before I finally got it, but I love when these people in the chat use these ridiculous names that they think bother me, and they come up with like lies and they think that bothers me. Like the whole stupid cigarette butt collection thing and all that, which never happened. It's freaking hilarious, man. I love it. Have you seen that newish guy? He goes by that goddamn Bacon.
Bacon.
Yeah, his name is his whole name is that goddamn Bacon.
No, I haven't seen that. What's up, Slow Burner? You got a super chat from Slow Burner.
Yeah, thanks. Appreciate it, Slow Burner. I just saw that pop up. He I could be. It wasn't 4 years ago. It never happened. People made it up. All because I said I didn't. I rolled my cigarette butts in with rollies to extend my cigarettes because I was taking care of my dying mother and didn't have a lot of money. So people think, oh, that somehow turned into a bag of cigarette butts. Whatever.
So name withheld. Name withheld by Google security is saying, Revel, you're boring as fuck. You are saying the same shit over and over and over and over every day. A lot of what he continues to say is people want him dead. Rebel, can you provide the proof that anybody wants you actually dead? Can we get some of that proof?
Yeah, we've been asking him for days. I mean, yeah, Candy Cane, yay, people remember me. Whoa. Yes, I asked for help when my mother was dying and I did not have a lot of money. We get it. Wonderful. I guess you got me there. What the? I didn't ask for help for me. Even this Christmas, when I asked for a little bit from my kids, I was forced to. So. Yeah, I don't know, KJ. Seriously, I don't know what's so bad about, doing whatever you can to extend whatever it is you have and save money. Somehow that's bad. Funny how you go back and ever since my mother passed away, I have not done a single, any type of asking for anything, any of that, until this Christmas when I was forced to.
I will point something out that Wolvie said yesterday, and Heather, somebody's bringing it up here a minute ago, but so one, yes, Wolvie started a channel that was supposed to be designated for his Bible study, his preaching, his sermons. Because once again, the only person that gets a chance to talk in Wolfie's channel is Wolfie, and when somebody does come up and they say something he does not like, he gets rid of them. They're banned, they're dropped to the basement, they're muted. You can't say nothing in his chat. but yes, if for sure he does have a church channel. Something about I am the greatest or the great I am, some bullshit, which we know is a crock of shit because Wolvie's not great at anything, especially putting up antennas. Wolvie, you failed at that one.
Sorry, Southside Slacker's in the chat. Just trying to say hi to him. What's up, man?
What's up, Slacker? He's one of the San Antonio people I hope to meet at some point.
He's a dude. Southside Slacker is freaking awesome. You know, we've been friends a long time. People have always underestimated him or misjudged him. He's one of the smartest people you could ever talk to.
Oh yeah, I've been watching him for a minute. I'll go into his chats every once in a while. Sometimes I won't say anything, just because I'm working and I'm in the middle of other shit. But yeah, so I've had I've been watching this stuff for a little bit. Of course, I hang out with Jack. I hang out with SA210 Cop Watch. I'm pretty cool with Pink Camera Magic. The San Antonio crew, they're good people, man. All of them. Even Todd. Like, I haven't met Todd yet. That's the one person. Well, yeah, actually, that's one of the. Can't think of anybody else in San Antonio that I haven't met yet, other than Todd and Slacker. Good people, man. I like that crew.
Yeah, see, a lot of people don't know, when I started activism long before YouTube. I used to go to, gay rights parades and all that with my mother, who was a lesbian. And, we stood up alongside everybody else to get laws changed and, discrimination, all that stuff. When I started getting into the YouTube thing as far as activism, I actually started watching Tony Vera. I don't know if you know who he is, but he basically lives at LAX, and he, films stars, cops, whatever. And he is a big reason why I started getting into the YouTube side of it, even just as a viewer. And then, I used to watch J.C. Playford and all them, the whole original crew. When I fight a fool, the observer is hard pressed to tell the difference because they will drag me down a level and beat me with experience. Okay. But at any rate, so one of the first big time auditors I started following hardcore and supporting was Pink. Because there was a time where I was one of the first auditor trolls. Years and years and years ago. Because there was very few auditors back then, and I would leave them messages on their videos, and they would never answer me. And at the time, I didn't understand how busy they were doing all that. I just knew they weren't answering me, and it annoyed me. So over time, I became big-time anti-auditor, and that lasted for several years. And then finally, I started looking at it for what it was and started understanding it more. And Pink was one of the first ones that I actually started to follow. And over time, she and I became good friends. We used to talk offline. So, yeah, I mean, there are still a couple good people still around. The problem is, most of them are not. I guarantee you, like I tell people all the time, you really want to know the facts about how bad it's gotten online? Log out of your YouTube account and go to the YouTube homepage so that none of your personal preferences affect the search results. And then do a search for First Amendment auditing. I guarantee you, at least the first 50 pages of the search results that come up are not real auditors. They are people that are just looking for ad revenue. They don't care about activism. They don't care about making a difference. All they care about is money. So, Candy King, what a stupid question. How many times are people going to ask me that? Like AC. They bug AC about it all the damn time. I knew NNH before any of that stuff came out. Before anybody knew anything about him. That's when I knew him. So all I know is I support the activism changes he helped make. I do not support his past. I don't support his legal history. I do not support any of that at all. He's not hanging out at my house. He's not babysitting my kids. And I told him straight to him, no intermediaries, no leaving it on a video. I told him to him, if his current case, he is proven guilty, he better hope I never meet him. Because I will never accept that. And I told that to him, not in a random channel that he might see. So, he knows exactly where I stand. I've told him many times. We used to talk a lot. So, I knew the NNH before the whole legal history came out. So, of course, I support the activism changes that he helped make. Because he did help make some, whether you like it or not. But I absolutely do not support his legal history or if his current case is proven guilty. Absolutely not. That rattlesnake doofy picks on you. And Candy King, you sit there telling me to get a job. What do you think I do? I make custom knives. I do metal fabrication. I do whatever I can to work. I take care of my kids. So, your statements are invalid. Okay, Landley supports NNH and I have her as a mod. Gasp. That's Landley's choice. She's not in here screaming, everybody support NNH. If you don't support NNH, you're a loser. She's not doing any of that. I'm not like other people who hate someone because they know someone that might support someone. That's their choice, not mine. She comes in here, she said hi, she left. Your world is not coming to an end because of it. Yeah, Taze, it's people, it's like they bring up that whole ramp crap all the time. Oh, you asked for help to get a ramp. You asked for help to get a ramp. Yeah, I asked for help. My mother lost her freaking leg to diabetes, and she needed a ramp. Yeah, I asked for help. The videos are on my channel. 2 videos. We built the ramp. Finished it. Her initial usage of it is in the video. It was great. It was wonderful. The remaining money, I gave back. Wasn't much, but what was remaining, I gave back. So, I really don't care if you like that I got help with a ramp. I don't care. Yeah, I know, Nebea. It's just when you get 900 messages about it, that's when it gets annoying. So that's why I'm stating it here and now. Exactly what's truth. I know. If somebody needs help, ask for help. I don't care. You want to post your PayPal or AC, post your Cash App on my channel. Go ahead. If anybody wants to donate to AC, go ahead. Help them out. Anybody needs help, post your link in my channel right now. Go for it.
Well, that's just it. Like, I don't need help. When I was talking about donations for the computer, it was about the show. I was like, look, if you guys enjoy the show, I want to put on a better show for you guys. If you want to help out, by all means. If you don't, cool. And I misjudged some funds. My wife used some money out of the bank account, and I used the same amount doing something else, thinking that we were good. I realized we were short on money for the rest of the gifts that we needed to buy for Christmas, and it was like, holy shit, I misjudged this. I got out on the road because I do Uber driving or Lyft driving or rideshare driving, however you want to fucking say it. I do rideshare driving on the side. It's a supplement to my income when when I got to do this and got to do that. And kids got band practice and sports and all that other crap. You got to have money for them to for registration fees and uniforms and stuff. So that's one of the things that hostels try to fucking put in chat many upon many times. Well, you were 4 days before Christmas. You were begging for money. No, I said, hey, I misjudged my funds. I'm out here making money. If you go back and look at a bunch of the streams that were going on at that time, I would go on to slow burners and I'd be on the road. They'd be like, what are you doing? I said, oh, I'm out driving and making money. I'm making money. I can physically get out and do just that. I can make money.
Yeah. I do what I can with what my body allows me to do. I'm not on disability. I'm not on any. I don't get assistance. I don't get money. I have to survive myself. People wonder, ever since my mother passed away, how have I been surviving? Duh, I've been earning. I've made many knives. I've done a bunch of fabrication work, welding. I mean, I did so much welding, I burned out a welder. You know? Wait, I'm thinking of doing that, but, oh, sorry. It's just ridiculous. And people think... Sorry, go ahead.
I can't speak for everyone. At least for me, I try to be as transparent as possible. There's shit that doesn't that is nobody else's business. But there are many instances, because once again, we're online all the time. We're running our fucking mouths. That it is important that we have those conversations in public. So once again, the accusation that was begging for money for Christmas for my kids, it's bullshit. It's always been bullshit. I never really spoke on it a whole lot. I think I brought it up maybe a couple of times just because somebody asked me about it directly, and I had no problem saying no. I was out driving. I never said that I was begging for money for my kids. Hey guys, my kids don't have a Christmas right now. Please donate to me so my kids can have a brand new PlayStation or this, that, the other. Like, I never fucking did that. But if you want to go back and pull the receipts, please go show the receipts of me begging. I guarantee you're not going to find me begging for money for my kids. What you will find is you'll find receipts of me saying, hey, after work today, I'm out driving till such and such time. And I'll pop in on different streams. I popped in on Living Sky. I popped in on fucking Slow Burner and Epics. I popped in on PDFs a couple of times during those days. So, pull your fucking receipts. If not, you're just nothing more than a fucking gaslighter or whatever the fuck you call it.
Yeah, it's, people made a big deal with me about it. It's like, sorry, I don't have a car. I can't go do Uber or Uber Eats or any of that. I don't have a car. I make knives. I do metal stuff. I mean, there's not tons of work right now in winter to be doing that. Plus, with, the whole virus issue, people don't have the spending money they used to have.
Hi, Ace.
Hi, Ace. I was selling knives for fair bit of money. I mean, some of them sold for 4 digits, and that's how I was surviving. But COVID hit, and that was the end of that. So it's just, it is what it is. But you know what? If somebody needs help with their kids for Christmas or whatever, that's their life. If they want to ask for help, ask. You chose not to because you worked for it. You were able to work for it, so you did. And I commend that. I wish I could have. I mean, I can only sit for so long, but I think I'd have fun doing Uber stuff.
Yeah.
I'm sure you meet some very interesting people at times.
Another thing I brought up many times, I split the shows up for a reason. I split the channels up for a reason. I left all my 1A stuff. That's designated for First Amendment. I go out and I record cops, traffic stops, cop watching, whatever you want to call it. That is me exercising my rights. I want that a separate channel. And then I have all the panel stuff because I like the drama. I like the fight. I've been very open in saying that. I like the drama. I like the fighting, the arguing. I like the good conversations as well as the bad, however you want to see it. I enjoy all of this stuff. The panel stuff is an entertainment thing. It's fun. I enjoy it. And if people want to support that, I'm saying, hey, look, here's the Cash App. Here's this. Here's my link tree. If you like the show, you're enjoying it, you're having fun. It's no different than fucking Val.
Yeah.
Some people give me shit for it. Some people don't. I mean, look, but I'd rather be upfront and say, hey, this show's for entertainment. I'm not out there fighting for somebody's rights. That's not how that show's is set up. So for that show, if it's for entertainment, I'm spending time on it, and people want to, donate $1 here, $5 there. Hey, I think I made I didn't make anything on the show from last night. I made $10 from the show night before. The $10 I made was to kick somebody off panel. It was all in good fun. The money that I spent the money I spent on the computer. By the way, I didn't make a ton of money. Brian, because
right.
I had been talking to you about the purchase that I made. It was about getting a computer that was going to be a little bit better than the one I had. I was running off of a laptop. I got a desktop that had enough juice to do what it is I need to do for the show.
Right. Which makes sense.
And I paid, and the money that I made off of the donations, which, by the way, wasn't as much as people think. I know Connie has said, well, I made $3,500. Like, well, first off, it's none of your fucking business how much people donated, but the donations went to a new computer. I'm running on a new computer. I haven't had any issues like I had on the laptop. The laptop was not made to do what it was doing.
Yeah, Slow Burner. Sorry, I don't mean to cut you off. I was just Slow Burner.
No, you're good.
He's talking about he runs his panel off his phone. When my channel first started taking off in the auditing community and started growing, I ran my channel for the first 2.5, 3 years off of a piece of crap LG phone. So I know how you feel. I did that for a long time. Hey, Amber. So, yeah, I did all my intros and outros on that phone. I did all my own channel art on that phone. I know your pain, man. It took me a while to save up donations to get a system. So, let's see. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, sorry. But yeah, I get it. You used channel donations for the channel. Makes perfect sense to me. And I tried to help you. I tried to help you raise more money for that system. I know what it's like trying to run streams and crap off of slower systems. WTT, holy crap. Haven't seen you in a long time. Old? You're older than me, you bum. I love him, PSA. I'm 42. I'm just physically 90. But
like I said, there's certain things about being transparent. Um, I think it was Andrew that uh, somebody had asked a question about money revenue that
right.
YouTubers make.
Yeah, I
And
remember.
I think you were there. I think you were there for that because you sent me a clip and I showed it on air.
Yeah, I sent
And
you my AdSense, and I showed
yep.
exactly how much my channel made.
So then Andrew made the challenge. Okay, well, if that's the case, I'm going to show my AdSense. I dare anyone else to. I showed my AdSense.
Yep.
There were months I did not make like you. Once again, if you're a YouTube streamer, you know that you have to. There's a minimal threshold in which you have to you have to meet so that you can even get that money. So if you made $15 for the month, that $15 stays sitting in with YouTube. You don't get to see that.
Right.
Now, if you make over $100, that's when they'll send you your money. So if I had in my account $95.95, guess what? I don't fucking see it
And the thing
until
is,
it's over that 100.
but it's not even just over the 100. It's over the 100 plus their 40%. So you don't get that money until you get your $100 minimum plus their 40% on top of that. That's what people don't realize. Your channel has to earn basically $143 for you to get $100. So, yeah, WTT, you know it, man. You were a stripper on here.
And so once I was once he was asking all that, I was like, well, fuck, I might as well show mine. I don't really have a whole lot to hide. I'm not making thousands of dollars. People have this notion that once again, YouTubers, they make a ton of money. Well, I showed at least 3 or 4 months where I didn't have any income, and then you would see $100. Then it would skip a month. Then you would see $100. I think the most I made in 1 month was like 180, and that was because I had a bunch of donations. I'll be right. Give me 1 second.
Hold on, Tony Vera. Hey, brother. See, I was just talking about you, man. I was telling people how you were the first one I started watching, and you were the reason why I started getting into independent journalism to begin with. Tony Vera right there, people. That man is a legend. If you aren't subbed to him or nothing like that, please do so. Tony, post your link, man. That man has met freaking movie stars, rappers, all that, all on his channel.
I was trying to get my lunch.
Yeah, no, you're good, man. I just saw Tony Vera popped in the channel.
Yeah.
Oh. Shit.
But yeah, like I said, I showed my AdSense on that stream. Andrew showed his. I mean, we even had Patrick come up. Patrick came up, showed his fucking AdSense, and show that, I mean, he's one of the bigger people that generate revenue, and does this for a fucking living. And he showed where months, yes, he made $4,000, then it would jump to 10,000, then it would jump down to like 1,000 and some change. So yeah, the guy makes money. He puts out a ton of videos, this, that, the other. But not everyone creates that kind of revenue.
Oh no. I mean, look at me. I'm sure Rebel's complaining and all that right now. My Cash App is on the screen, and No Justice has been posting it in the chat, and I haven't gotten a single one, Rebel. So don't think I'm over here getting rich. I got a couple super chats, which I greatly appreciate, but Rebel doesn't understand. YouTube is going to take 40% of those super chats, and then I'm not even going to see that until it breaks 100, like you were just talking about.
Yeah.
Rebel thinks you get monetized and all of a sudden you get rich. It's like, no, it takes time. It takes views. I mean, it takes a minimum of 16,000 views on a video with at least 3 ad breaks to make the minimum $100 threshold to get paid. 16,000 views. You know, my channel, I think I've earned. I mean, look, I'll look right now. I mean, going to YouTube Studio.
My last check from YouTube, or my last payment from YouTube was what was it, $183? $204, and that was only because I had 90 something dollars that was sitting in the account. Yes, ma'am. 1407.
See that right there? In the last 28 days, my channel has made $6.32. Yep, I'm freaking raking it in. I mean, it drives me nuts. So, you know, I'm sure he's over there now thinking that I'm getting rich off of this. I wish I was. I ain't gonna lie. Does Kevin Hart e-beg?
Man, you and Truck Monkey got beef?
Who? Me?
Yeah.
Who the hell is Trunk Monkey?
That's Rattle.
Who?
Trunk Monkey 83 or Trunk? No. Hold on. Truck Monkey. Fuck, I can't remember. That's Rattle.
Rattle? Or are you saying Rebel or Rattle?
Rattle.
I don't know a Rattle or a Trunk Monkey.
Okay, I didn't know who you were talking about in the chat. If you're talking about Rebel, I guess it got distorted. It didn't sound like you said Rebel.
Oh no, I'm sorry. I was kind of leaning away from the microphone while I was talking, so I apologize. No, I don't know him. But yeah, I mean,
there's a rattlesnake that's in chat. That's why I wasn't sure if that's who you were talking about.
Oh no, rattlesnake. I do know. I didn't realize that's rattlesnake. I have talked to rattlesnake intermittently, not like a lot, but we've never beefed about anything.
Oh, okay.
Man, when I moved in here, I put my glasses somewhere, and I can't figure out where the heck I put them. I haven't found them. It's been 2 years. I still haven't figured out where they went. They're here somewhere. I'd show you guys my room, but you don't want to see it. Like, my whole life is this room and my workspace with my tools. I rent a room. That's how rich I am. I was hoping Ross Khan might hop on. I was curious to see what she sounded like. I was talking to Candace earlier, and she was telling me that people say she sounds like, oh, crap. Thank you, Candace. That's funny. My floor is clean. It's just, it's not dirty. It's got, like, weights on it, and it's got tools on it, and all that. It's cluttered, but it's not dirty. Oh, yeah, man. KJ, Swammy was in Tonics this morning. You should have seen it. That was hilarious. I busted him in like 10 lies. He was so desperate to try to talk crap about me, and he couldn't. Every time he said something, I busted him. And I told him, come here, come to me. I'm like, you got a car, you want to threaten me, come to me. And then he said he was going to pick up Tammy Lin and come beat me up. I was dying. I said, go ahead, come on. Let me know when you get to Rochester. I don't hide from no one. I've never hid in my life, and I never will. I told him to go get Rick Crude, too. Okay, hold on. Here comes Happy. You're on.
Hello, y'all. Good morning from me. I don't know what time y'all are in, but it's still morning here. Only thing I wanted to jump on and say, and this is like a big deal to me. Charity, when given, is an honorable thing. If I give to another person.
Oh, she dropped out.
Wow, that was quick.
No, she loses signal.
No, something put me backstage. I don't
I may
know.
have bumped something. My apologies. Are you now? She's dropped out. That's her, not me. She's there. She's not muted or nothing. She's black screen bombing me. That's on your end, Happy, not mine. See, this is why people have to learn not to move around. Once they connect, don't move. Try this
She'll be
again.
back.
I forget to put do not disturb, and if I get a call or a text message, it just drops me out of StreamYards. Sorry. Stupid phone.
Yeah, that'll
I got the same issue.
So I only wanted to say, we give honor to somebody who gives. If I give a donation to somebody and I say, hey, I helped that person, people say, oh, good, pat on the back, Nikki, you were so nice to give. But then they turn around and look at the person I gave to and they say, oh, you took from Nikki? Well, what did you do with it? And that's kind of a backwards way to me. I don't get that. And then the other point I have to make is this is entertainment, all of it. No matter what you're doing, if you were putting it up here for my viewing entertainment, if I am giving you money, it's not a donation. I am paying you for services rendered. You have given a service, your time, your energy, your entertainment. In AC's case, particularly his humor. If I go to a Kevin Hart show, I'm going to be advertised to the entire time. Then he's going to do a TV show on TV that sells to advertisers where he gets paid. And then I'm going to pay a service that allows me to watch the TV show. And I'm going to buy a ticket to the freaking live show too. So entertainers get paid for their services. This is why the IRS is cracking down on YouTube payments, because this is an entertainment industry and it is an income, not a donation. My personal income, if you ask me how I spend that, this is my answer to you. Ask me again how I spend my personal income, motherfucker. Sorry. There's no such thing as giving charity to someone who's providing a service.
Right. You're right, Happy, and we'll just say that you're sending it to me for late Christmas. I don't know. I know there's certain qualifications, but one of them people don't realize is unless you make at least $12,000 that you're claiming on your taxes, you don't have to worry about it anyways. You're not going to have to pay anything on it. So I already looked into all that.
Right, but those people who are making an income off of it are going to be taxed on it because it is a frickin' income. Right. It's not a charitable donation. It's not, oh, we need to see your books and how you spent the money that was given to you. No, who's going to go ask you for your checkbook and ask you how you spent your money that you earned at your job if you're working for someone else instead of supporting yourself through your entertainment skills?
Yeah, one thing I do recommend though, Happy, is Tonic and Sales. I'm sure you know who he is. He did a stream this morning, and he was replaying the video from Shelly's stream the other morning where you got on panel. I recommend you go watch the replay of that stream and kind of get a feel for what. I know you don't really care what people think about you, like I don't. I'm just saying it's not about what they think about you, but rather what they think about what you discuss.
Well, and as far as I'm concerned, that's whatever. I don't have control over other people's opinions. I don't know who Tonic is. I've never seen their show. I didn't know who Rebel was until some people said, hey, you should be hanging out with that guy. So I had to go check it out. And yeah, I don't agree with a lot of what a lot of people say, but that doesn't mean I think that they should be attacked the way they are, and I see it a lot, and I'll speak on that as much as I want because it's how I feel. If people don't want to hear me on their panels, I'm sure they'll tell me, and I won't bother them with it. But I'm not going to shut my mouth just because another person finds me offensive. That's the reason I should open it more, in my opinion.
Right. Well, here's the thing. Tonic and Sales does a great show, like a lot. He doesn't really have a schedule per se. Normally it's around 2 a.m. my time, Eastern. One of the great things about Tonic's show for me, because I'm hearing impaired, is most of the time his panels don't turn into just yelling over each other nonsense, which does not compute on closed captioning. It's just word salad. And that's one of the reasons why I love his stream so much, is it's organized talk. And Tonic is very good. He's very open to opinions, and if you got proof of something, he's always willing to see proof. So I recommend checking his channel out. I believe he's in the chat now. I'm not sure if that's the real one yet. Yeah, 69 says that's him. I
think that's him.
I recommend, Happy, that you sub to him or at least check out a couple of his streams, because a lot of good information comes from his streams. And you can meet a lot of good people in his chats. So
I've heard AC speak about that particular chat room before. And well, here's the thing, though, is I'm not a big part of some community. I'm just an observer who's opinionated. I'm like the heckler at the comedy show. So I don't see why anybody would care about my opinion that much. I'm that drunk lady over in the corner at the bar yelling at the comedian from the audience. I don't audit. I don't host panels.
Hold on. Let me jump into that part.
Go
okay.
ahead.
And this is my opinion, of course, my opinion. But you're commenting, and you're coming up on panel. You're commenting on a subject, a situation, an argument, a fight, and you're giving your 2 cents in on it. You're now part of the entertainment. You are now content. So when you're up here on panel and people are making their comments based off your comments, you are part of the entertainment now.
No, and I'm fine with that. And I don't mind. Like he said, Tonic restreamed it. I know Rebel restreamed it. I don't care who replays my stuff. I don't care if people make sock accounts about me or talk smack. I don't care because, like I said, I'm as much a part of the show as that heckler at the back of the room. She makes the comedian look better in moments and probably makes herself look like an ass. But to me, the point is, I'm enjoying myself having a conversation about my opinion, just like everybody else in the room. So yeah, I'm going to get some flack for that, but I'm not going to pay a lot of attention to it or take it to heart because, again, this is a show to me. This is entertainment, like you said. This isn't real life. You guys aren't people. I'm not going to call you tomorrow, AC, and say, I can't pay my rent. Can you help me out, bro? Like this isn't my real life. This is I say this a lot and people are insulted by it. To me, it's and you've heard me put it in the comments and say it in panels. This is a soap opera. It's fun. When there are lines that get crossed and I walk away when those get crossed because I just can't do it myself. Others find it entertaining. I don't. But I'm here to have a good time, to be opinionated and mouthy because, well, in general, I'm not that person. You know?
Tonic, give me the finger.
Well, once again, like Brian said, for me, I would recommend going checking out his show. I think it's a little bit of a tuned down version of some of the shit that, like, say, something PDF would have, but it's more structured, like Brian said. It's hey, there's Tonic.
Well, okay, I only have a couple minutes because I gotta get ready for work here soon. But I just wanted to point out a couple things that this is that what we're calling you, Happy?
You can call me Nikki. I just got tired of people getting confused because there's so many Nickies in the room.
No, that's fine. You can be called whatever you want. Like fucking. It's the internet. It doesn't really matter. But I saw you on Shelly's. Have you watched Shelly's before a lot?
Again, I have been being recommended to, go hang out with these people. So I'm checking them out because the people who are recommending them don't have a very good opinion of them or me. So I kind of like to look at both sides.
And that's a respectable opinion. I feel like he kind of got blindsided by Connie or Rebel because he often talks about how he's being canceled, and he just goes on about this like in a retarded diatribe. I want to point out that no one is actually trying to cancel him. Like, I made a joke on my show yesterday that I was like, I want these people off the internet. Fuck them. Like, I'm being colorful, being facetious, but in all reality, these people are mad because they're always on the outside looking in from a lot of these groups because they alienate themselves based on their own personality. Shelly often lies about people and gets caught in those lies, and it just makes her look like an idiot. And she hates looking like an idiot, so she gets mad. She lashes out. Where Connie, if you don't agree with him right away about whatever, he'll freak out.
Okay. Can I describe to you my position since I've gotten here? I've been wandering around these chat rooms for several months now. And from my experience, this is my position. I'm riding on a fence. I have treats and I have tricks, I have defensive measures and I have treats, and I'm not sure which to give either way because the dogs are biting my ankles on both sides.
Oh yeah, and I'm not here to sway your opinion any which way.
I didn't think that. I just wanted to make very clear to you that I'm not like taking up for Rebel or taking up for Shelly. I'm just looking at this as an observer, and what I see as an observer is just a whole lot of hurt feelings all the way around that if people actually talked to each other, might not be as dirty, but not as entertaining either. So I'm on that fence of, well, maybe I'll just sit here and watch it because it's pretty cool.
See, I wouldn't say at any given, like when I'm doing my show, like I'm not feeling any sort of way. You'll never really hear me start yelling on my show because and I get a lot of shit thrown at me. Oh, I had HB, calling me a rapist yesterday, calling me a fucking pedo, and you didn't see me just like, get mad. How dare I don't care. And that's the kind of like temperature that you need to keep with a live stream. It's when people fly off the handle. It's when people get fucking upset, start screaming, and throw out ad homs and shit like that. That's when you lose. That's when you become the content instead of making the content.
Well, and you heard me say it, that once that happens for me, because I don't use them in communication because it's not effective very often, they have to be interjections. They have to be rare for them to carry any weight. And so since I don't use ad hominem a lot in communication, once somebody starts on that, they could be 100% right in their argument, but I have already shut them off. I'm not hearing them anymore.
So you've already made I get that. And that's, Connie only works in absolutes. That's one of the things that makes him so, I guess, hateable.
And entertaining.
Well, entertaining to a sense. Like, for instance, if he's not popping off, if he's not going on some sort of tangent, he is extremely boring. Same with Shelly. A good example would be Shelly's live stream that she has up now, where she's just talking to Nirik. It is painfully boring. It is so hard to watch her just try to communicate regularly.
So yesterday was literally, and you could go back through her streams and see. I think I've commented once before on a stream in the chat, and that was the first time I ever really paid attention and hung out in one of her streams yesterday. I ran into her because I was doing some karaoke that PDF recommended and was a blast, mind you. Like I said, I come for entertainment, and she was in a Visage Spirits karaoke chats, and he kept calling her Chick.
Yes, yeah, that's her channel name.
Well, isn't it anarchic chick, not chick, like anarchic chick?
Well, I mean, the whole story in and of itself is a fucking anomaly. She went in to go get a tattoo, and she picked out that design, and she thought it meant something else, but it turns out it just meant I don't even fucking know. Basically, she just didn't do her homework in getting a tattoo, and then she based her entire channel around that. I mean, yes, AC, that is a true story.
Oh my god!
That's bad.
Oh my god! Yes. Oh, thank you for that. I needed that one. Oh my god!
It's so much more entertaining the more I venture out into these places that I hear people speak about, because I start to get that backstory. You know, it's like my partner tells me I'm always busy. And we'll try to watch a movie, but I got to get up and check the broth and stoke the fire. And he's always like, you're missing important plot points. Well, I walk into these rooms feeling like I'm missing important plot points. And the more I travel around, the more the spaces get filled in. And the more, like I said, I kept waiting for ASMR to come back and be pregnant after been in a coma, because that's the only thing missing from this soap opera is the pregnant comatose person.
Well, shit, we had not a comatose, but we had somebody in the community that kind of hovers around mine. They're having a kid here pretty soon, which is just fucking. I mean, hold on, let me get a picture of the guy so you can actually see who I'm talking. You'll be like, "What the fuck?"
Well, I just, I find it even more entertaining when I'm drawn into it, and like, to be honest with you, when No Justice made sock accounts of me, I was like, yes, I'm in this story.
Yeah, you finally made it. You finally made it.
I'm one with the story. I'm a pretty boring character.
That's how to be like. Well, like AC
I was
said,
so
if you go on
entertained.
panels,
I was so entertained when Connie fucking finally cut out my eyes and stuck me on one of his intros. That shit was fucking hilarious.
Yeah,
but this guy right here, he's a fat, toothless slob who lives in a fucking trailer and just gets drunk every single night, screaming into the fucking camera. This man is having a child.
Well, I mean,
He's got no job. He's got no fucking job.
I don't know what to say to that.
He fucking, oh my god! All he does is talk about internet shit all day, like internet beef, and tries to start shit with other people. But he's never
So I am gonna have to check out your show, Tonic, because you know how I got introduced to all of this is Bao. And Bao is still my favorite, and the only person I pay a membership for at this point is Bao. The only other person I've given money to is MLH. But yeah, the only person I pay a membership for is Bao, because I love that it's entertainment. That's what it's all about, and it sounds like your show is very entertaining. I am Tonic and Sales. It's called. Is that correct?
Yeah, yeah. It's
kind of like, you know, the
something.
That's the golden guy from Sonic the Hedgehog, right? Tonic.
What? Oh no, that's just Sonic and Tails with the two letters reversed.
Okay, yeah, that's what I was saying. It's the video game reference. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna look you up because I'm gonna like your channel.
Yeah, it's certainly something else. I would say that I like to keep it calm up until it gets to the point where, you know, like last night we had Paige B on, and
oh shit, I missed that. Fuck.
Yeah, go back and watch. She gets completely demolished.
Well, I'm gonna go back and watch because I'm told I was featured on your channel even not being there, so I'm gonna have to go see.
Yeah. It's because you were on Shelly's panel talking to Connie, or I guess Rebel.
Trying to be rational with him, you mean? Like an idiot?
Yeah. Well, and everybody on the panel was like, "Who the fuck is this? Like, where did this person come from? They don't know anything about anything. Like, what is going on?" I mean, I don't know. I take it for what you will. All the negative comments and all the positive comments, it's all just us fucking around and not
Here's my thoughts on that. Is I put my opinion out there. I stepped up onto a panel in this weird ethereal multiverse here, and there will be repercussions for that. So I'm sure it won't all be nice. You should hear some of the stuff PDF says about me, and then goes around in the other breath and says something really nice too. So I have, as AC calls it, thick skin. My mom
yeah,
called
you
it
do.
duck butter. She said ducks have an oil on their feathers so that when they dive into the water and they come back up, they can fly right away because the water just rolls right off. And she says you have to take other people's opinions as the water, and you have to build up duck butters so that it just slides right off.
Oh, and yeah, having a thick skin definitely helps with all this because, like I said, once you start screaming, once you start yelling, you become the content. That's exactly what anybody wanted on any given panel. Like so, as long as you keep your head on your shoulders and just don't freak out, especially when assertions and accusations are thrown your way, then I mean you'll win almost every single time.
Yeah. PDF gets really frustrated with me, and because I can maintain a level tone, and he's like, "When are you going to get angry? When am I going to see you be emotional?" And I was like, well, not here, because this place doesn't evoke my emotions other than humor, pity sometimes, but it really does evoke my emotions because I'm not that invested in it.
Yeah.
That's the thing. People want you to get like emotional, but what's a kind of better move is to just be fucking clever. Because that way, you still get your point across and you still win over the audience, but you didn't lose yourself in the kind of momentum. Like you didn't play into whatever they wanted you to do.
Well, I'm blessed enough to remember other people's clever statements, and I'll throw them out without remembering who said them first, but I'm not blessed enough to come up with clever statements of my own most of the time.
Wait,
and also facts are king.
Hold on.
Actual. Oh, go ahead, Brian.
Nikki, look in the chat if you can.
Oh.
Look at what Taze said. That is absolutely 100% true.
For some reason, I don't see the comments. It says live viewer comments show up. But they're not there.
It basically, he said Connie will turn on Nikki for being on this panel.
Yeah.
Oh, no. He doesn't have to turn on me. You should have seen how he treated me on Shelly's panel.
I was there.
There's no getting him to turn on me. He's already there.
Oh, no.
No.
You
don't understand, Nikki. He's going to say that you're now out for his family. You're out to put him out on the street, his mom on the street. You're out to kill him now. You're part of the plot now.
Okay. Yeah, you don't understand. He literally thinks that people are coming to kill him today.
Okay, he can
on his birthday.
He can say that. He can feel that. I'll accept that as his feeling. What I'll tell you right now is that regardless of what anybody else thinks of him, I see a wounded man lashing out repeatedly, and I see that in a lot of people in these panels, and I think he needs to do exactly what people keep worrying that I'm, no offense to Miss Cat, but I have a much thicker skin, and I don't want to see Rebel, who doesn't have that thicker skin, end up in a position like her or anyone else. I really feel like sometimes for my own character, I have to walk away when it goes too hard against anyone, no matter how much somebody thinks it's justified, because I don't justify pain with pain. I'm not the type of person who says, the ends justify the means.
Wait, Slacker.
I get that.
Hold on, Slacker. I agree. This is why people keep saying I'm a turncoat and all that, because I'm not supporting the quote-unquote auditors now. The ones that are running around supposedly auditing liquor stores and bullshit like that. Dude, trust me.
Or spreading hate, intentionally spreading hate.
Right.
I walk away from that. I'm not gonna hate somebody back for spreading hate. I'm just gonna walk away and
Right.
leave with love.
But you
And
don't understand.
that's a good way to look at it.
You don't understand, Happy. I have been hammered with emails
Oh.
and texts and comments and everything else, calling me a
Oh, it's
turncoat
starting
and-
it's starting for me too, all because I won't take a side and join the hate. Like, I'm not saying that Rebel's a good guy and I want to go buddy up with him. I don't really know him that well, and what I've seen isn't that impressive.
Right.
But I'm not going to join in hate on somebody.
But you
Ever.
Personally,
I'm not a joiner.
You didn't.
personally, real quick. Personally, I think he's an idiot and he doesn't want to work. That's my two biggest problems. He's lazy. At 32 years old, he's jobless, living off his mom. Like that's not how anyone should be. I'm not waking up and hating this person. Like, oh God, like I'm just like, dude, you're a fucking bum. Get a job. Like, and I put that out in the beginning of my fucking episode. I'm
Wait,
just like,
he's
look,
32.
Yeah, I remember that part.
He's 32 today. He has a car.
It's his birthday.
He's 32. Wait, give me just a moment. I have to digest this. He's 32.
Yes.
32. Okay,
Today.
I thought all this time, and I'm going to be honest with you, from watching him and listening to him, max 23, dude. Max for maturity and intellect. Max
32.
23.
32.
You should have heard.
Okay, well, go on. Sorry.
You should have heard Rick Crude. Rick Crude was on Connie's panel one day when a person named Rada was going to go visit Connie. Rick Crude kept calling Connie a kid. And he's like, oh, you're going to go pick on this kid. He's just a child. He can't fight, blah, blah, blah. You know, not once did Connie correct him the entire time.
Of course not.
Well, I thought
perpetual victim.
I thought he was, a young kid without a dad who's not quite found his way in the world, and people were knocking him down. But by 32, if you're living at home and it's not because your parents are disabled and need support, now,
When you're stealing money out of your mom's purse for weed at 32.
See, and here I thought people had brought that up. They were talking about something he did as a teenager and made a mistake.
That was last month.
He admitted it.
That was this month.
Yes. There is a video. He was live when this happened. There's a video of him talking online, and then all of a sudden his mom pops in and starts yelling at him about the money he stole out of her purse. It's fucking hilarious.
He was trying to get money out of her fucking account from her computer and spilled soda on the fucking keyboard.
Like,
oh yeah.
So you guys
about that
don't think like maybe some of this stuff is staged? Like Bow watches like
it's
crap,
not.
but
It's not.
so
We've actually talked to Ellen.
staged.
It is not staged. It's not staged. I hand to God, it's not fucking staged. This is 100% real.
Now my pity for him is even stronger because there's got to be serious developmental issues to be at that point in life and still be mentally where he is in maturity.
I think a lot of it had to do with his family, like the bulk of his family rejecting him because of his mom's shitty attitude. His mom was a heroin addict growing up for 15 years of his life. They lived off their grandma, and she finally passed away. The sister sold the house, and they got kicked out and became homeless for like 6 months. And you can tell in his eyes, especially when he's like talking about when he was homeless, it affected him greatly. It was only 6 months of his life, but it really affected him to the point where it's just completely halted his growth to a point that's just, I don't know if there's any coming back from it.
So I want to be clear on something because I've said this multiple times lately, and I think people may misunderstand me when I say pity. So I'm a Darwinist, and I firmly believe in attrition. So when I say pity, No, if I want to help someone, it's because it's someone I respect. Everybody needs help sometimes. When I pity someone, that means they are beyond help in my mind. Do you see what I'm saying? So I don't
do.
expend energy there. So to me, pity is probably lower than it's the lowest I'll go because I don't really go to hate.
No, understandably so. Yeah, I would say Connie is definitely beyond help, and that's one of the reasons that it's just kind of content at this point. We go over what he does, especially if he freaks out or like has a fucking a panel moment. But other than that, I don't see him as anything other than content. There's no helping him out. Anytime people give money to him, it's just going straight to weed. I mean, on my
Well, I'm
panel
not a
last night.
donor. I'm not a donor anyway. You won't find my PayPal linked to really anybody.
Well, I mean, happy. This guy is 7 months now, 7 months behind on rent, and every time he gets a dime, it always goes to weed and cigarettes.
So I have been a perpetual cigarette smoker and cannabis smoker, better than 30 years daily, both my whole life. My bills have always been paid. I've never been evicted for failure to pay when I had rent. I did lose my house when my husband died, but I was actually current on my mortgage payments. But because of my student loans, they wouldn't refinance it to me after he died, and they foreclosed on my house anyway.
Oof, that's rough.
In Colorado. So, but I've never not paid my bills. I've never had. So I don't comprehend how anybody in any circumstance can't do something.
Yeah, but Happy
to get out of it.
Here's the kicker, okay? They're on Section 8. His rent is $250, and they live in a $1,200 a month apartment.
So I have never received TANF or child benefits. I have 5 kids. I've been widowed twice. I've never gotten food stamps.
My rights here.
All right,
happy
be safe.
Yeah,
Sonic.
Nice meeting you.
For sure, anytime, BK. Yeah, it's good talking to you guys. I gotta go to work. Peace out, man. Have a good show. I don't know. I think I'm gonna relax. For sure. Peace out, guys.
So last year here in our state, they sent out these EBT cards that were PEBT, pandemic EBT. And any kid who got free or reduced lunch was getting free food stamps. So I have 2 kids in the public school system, and the school they go to is considered a Title IV school because of the district is poor. And so everybody gets free lunch just automatically. You don't even have to apply for it. So with that automatic free lunch, they got these EBT cards, and I get it in the mail, and it says it's got $700 on it for me to spend in free groceries. And you bet your ass I spent it, every penny. But I never understood why anybody cared if anybody got those benefits. Like, I never qualified for them because I always worked. But if you qualify for like Section 8, how do you not pay that? Like, I've never had my rent be $37.
Yeah, it's insane. When I found out that they were so behind on their rent, but yet he's getting bare minimum, like $100 every day to every other day for weed and cigarettes, it blew my mind. I'm like, are you kidding me? But people have tried to call me an e-beggar for asking help for my mother. Like, really? The heck is that?
I was popping open my bottle.
Yeah, well, remember, hearing screwed up, so that was extremely odd. My bad. This is still sensory overload for me, considering I haven't really heard anything in 2 years for the most part. So, don't mind me if I make weird faces.
Is that Jalisco's AC?
Yes, it is.
Oh, yum. Brian, do you have like a new hearing aid or something? Because I remember you saying your hearing loss was environmental, but you seem to be having a pretty good job of following along with hearing today.
No, my hearing is caused by uncontrolled swelling around my eardrums. And normally I would use earbuds, but they were so close to my my eardrums it caused migraines. My son let me use these, which they cover my whole ear,
Yep.
and as long as I turn the volume all the way up, I can hear to a point. But if you guys are like talking over each other a little bit, or if there's different like really low tones or really high tones, I still have a trouble hearing it. But these headphones are allowing me to hear to a point. So, I mean, like I said, the earbuds I would have to have them all the way up, but it caused really bad migraines. So these help. They're not perfect, but they definitely better than the earbuds. So I'm not following everything, but I'm getting enough that I could figure it out. I don't know if that helps explain it to you.
No, that's pretty cool. Like I thought maybe, and you did get a new device. You got better headphones that work better for you. I was just noticing that you seem to have an improvement today over what I've seen before.
Yeah, it's weird because some days are better than others. It's all relative to how much the swelling is. It started happening when I was 16, and when they tested me when I was 21, they figured at the rate it was progressing, I would be deaf by 30. So the fact that I'm 42 and can hear it all with these makes me happy.
Well, you said it's because of inflammation in your ears?
Yeah, it's swelling all the way around my eardrums. My right ear is worse than my left.
Has anyone ever recommended you to add turmeric into your diet?
I've tried every freaking thing you can think of. Every.
Well, that's why I asked if anybody had recommended it, because I know I have a ruptured disc in my spine, and it's fine if I don't have a lot of inflammation, but if I let the inflammation go, it's hard to walk.
Yeah, I did it for my spine. I had a spine surgery in 2007, a fusion because of my spine, and it only made me worse. But I've tried every homeopathic thing you can think of. They tried putting tubes in my ears several times, but it hurt really bad, and I just couldn't do it anymore. So last time I was at my specialist a couple weeks ago, they had a pair of Bose sound canceling or noise canceling headphones like these, just like $300 more, and I put them on and I was like blown away. I could hear, and it's because these cover my ears and concentrate the sound. These are not noise canceling, but they're a good quality. They were my son's, and he got a better pair, so he's letting me use these, and they are helping. It's not perfect, because like the Bose ones the doctor had, I only had to turn the volume up like halfway, and I could start to hear. These, I have to have the volume pretty much pinned. So I could still hear, it's just not great. And they've tried everything you can think of. And I wanted hearing aids, but the copay is $149 each. So, is what it is.
Yeah, we had to pitch in for my mother-in-law's hearing aid, and then when she needed an upgrade, they wanted $2,500 for it, and her insurance wouldn't cover any of it. So luckily, all of us came together and helped her out. But yeah, I for me, with inflammation though, turmeric has made a big difference. Just adding a tablespoon of turmeric into my coffee in the morning, and I've grown to like the taste. Like if I can't get coffee unless I have turmeric in my purse, because it doesn't taste like coffee to me anymore if it's not there.
Well, according to Taze, I'm putting Viagra in my ears, and that's where the swelling's coming from.
Well, yeah, I don't like to get onto the topic of Viagra because the only thing about that topic I can say is that my stepdad, I helped him a lot with his VA and stuff because it's a difficult process to get things paid for by the VA, and I'm good at paperwork, so I helped him, and in doing that, I ended up volunteering to help other vets because I saw them struggling with paperwork while I was down at the VA, and so I did a lot of volunteering down there helping with paperwork. And one of the things I noticed is I could get approval for Viagra faster than I could for heart medications, pressure medications. I had a guy who had a glaucoma medication and it was working really good, but it was still like not fully approved. And we fought for like 2 months to get his medications approved for his glaucoma. But the whole time, there was never an argument when I put in requests for Viagra for these guys.
Yeah, if anybody else wants to come up, the link is pinned in the chat, just so y'all know. I mean, I've been up for over 2 hours now, but hey, I figured I'd just go till I go. Is Connie still restreaming me? Does anybody even know?
Let me look.
Oh, great. Here goes another stream.
No,
I'll
he's
be
doing one of
restreamed
his
on.
he's doing one of his random fucking HDAD fucking ADD crap editing intro outro kind of shits.
I can't believe people think he knows how to edit. Like, really? I mean, he has the potential to learn. I'll give him that. And I told him that. But
he's better than me at it. I'll say that.
I mean, I was doing better editing on an LG phone 2 days after I first started. You know, but it just kills me. I mean, when he played that damn sweet intro over and over and over and over, I didn't know what it sounded like, but the appearance, I'm like, dude, stop playing the damn thing already. I guess I should try and listen to it and see if it actually sounds decent.
Well, guys, I'm going to jet out of here. I appreciate you having me up, Brian. And
yeah,
nice talking to you again, AC. Y'all be safe out there.
I love you, hippie.
Oh, you know I love you too, AC. And tell the other half that me calling you eye candy and flirting is innocent. I don't want to cause any drama there with all of my insinuations in chat for you.
Girl, you know you love me.
Oh, you know I do too. You know you're my eye candy. That ain't gonna change. And we'll see you guys later.
Later.
And what Candace said. I'll just point that out. I'm pointing out what she said.
It looks like I can't see it. I switched. I'm running on my phones right now since I'm at work. So I have one phone that's for the chat and one phone that's for the stream. Yeah, Rebel just shut down.
Yeah, 69 Mammy was just saying he's ending it. Maybe his 2 viewers will come over here. That would be fun. We could have, let's get Hostel on the panel. That'd be fun.
That bitch won't come up here. And yeah, I said it. Fuck that cunt. Well, and this is the funny thing. Like, certain people want to, and Hostel's one of them. She wants to point out that I will talk shit to a woman, but the thing is, intellectually and or at least mentally, your brain is equivalent to mine. I've got a brain, you got a brain. We're of sound minds. In fact, some women are more superior. I mean, shit. All I got is a fucking high school diploma. So, you got a good chance of being able to outsmart me. But physically, that's where men and women differ. I'm not going to go to some woman and slap her in the face and beat the shit out of her. That's just wrong. I'm a man. She's a woman. But I will say that if a woman's going to jump into an argument with me and try to, fuck you, you're an asshole. You're okay, fine, I'm an asshole. Now I'm gonna be a real good asshole about it. Fuck you, you goddamn cunt. And I mean that just we're on equal playing grounds.
Well, there's women run some countries. You know,
There you go.
I've met many. I mean, my wife, literally, like her IQ is 2 points below mine. You know, so yeah, I know exactly what you're saying. Women are just as smart as men, sometimes smarter. So, but Hassel is just, I don't get it. I mean, it's like Sweet. I had no beef with her, none at all. I didn't get in the middle of that whole Joe Cool thing. That was between her and him. But I asked her one day, why are you supporting Rebel? Just once. I was polite about it. That was it. It was like, forget it. I was worthless. It was like, okay, well, I guess our friendship really didn't mean much, huh? And then when she donated for the whole Christmas, stuff, she started telling people that I told the trolls that she was donating to get them to go after her. I told exactly one person in the first 48 hours, and the only reason I told that person was because of the morality of keeping it, because it was from her. And I was like, does it make sense to keep it because of what it's for? Or do I give it back because of who it's from? And I was advised to keep it. Let it go to who it was for. And then that was it. And she blew up, and all of a sudden I told people this and that. I'm like, no, I didn't tell anybody. Just that one person in the first 48. After that, she had already told other people. Hey, Amanda. Is that the real Amanda?
Looks like it. Yeah, because she got a very specific fixture of her characters.
Right,
Or
but it's,
how do I put that?
Anybody could steal channel art, though. It's more about, I've encountered so many imposters lately.
Oh yeah, fucking Roz got me last night. Fake Roz.
Fake
yeah,
Roz
I was
got
not
me.
expecting that.
Yeah, he got me for like 2 minutes.
You text me and you said, "Hey, do this for me," and I said, "Oh yeah, sure." And I went in there to chat, and the next thing I know, I'm seeing, "Oh, that's a fake Roz." And I was like, "Oh shit." Hold on, I'll fix this. And then I went to time out the fake Roz and ended up timing out the real Roz and had to undo that.
He got me because it's like he recorded Roz's conversations for like the last 2 months. So he was literally just repeating what Roz had been saying over the last 2 months. That's why it was so convincing. But when I did the go-to channel, he had no subscribers. I was like, oh shit. That's why I sent you that text. No, Amanda, we're not behaving, but thank you.
I think I said Amanda was gorgeous one day, and I think that caught her off guard. Oh my god! I just want to say I'm sorry, Amanda.
She is. She's pretty. I mean,
just.
But again, she's mentioned her history before, so
yeah,
I get it.
Love you, Amanda. Just throwing it out there. Anyways.
I think it was funny that Rebel was playing a clip from Amanda and Brett's show, The Settlement.
Yeah.
And it's just their normal, everyday banter. They always goof back and forth and argue back and forth with each other. They curse at each other.
Oh, I love The Settlement.
Yeah,
I love The Settlement.
But Rebel's like, this is their relationship. Just listen to them. Look how, they don't like each other. Blah, blah, blah. I'm like, really? You never listened to The Settlement before? Like, Brett tore your mother apart. Come on. That's like my favorite freaking video. It's like when Brett went off on Ellen. That was just, I mean, even in closed captioning, everybody tells me I have to listen to it because of his accent, I guess.
Yeah.
people are like, you got to listen to that whole video, and I will laugh even more. So I've been putting it off because, like I said, it's been sensory overload with the hearing. So
Yeah.
I got to watch it. But I can only imagine if vocally he's at least as funny as he is in closed captioning. I told him the man is a walking freaking t-shirt slogan machine. Like, every other thing he says is a t-shirt.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know if you could see the chat, but Amanda says that she's always got love for you.
Oh yeah, Amanda, she's good peoples, man. I caught her off guard one night. I was like, "What's up, Amanda?" or some bullshit. I guess I was feeling a little bulletproof. She was like, "I don't know if that's really AC down there. I've never heard him talk like that." Yes, Amanda, I think you're gorgeous. Yes, I said it on air. Just saying. I'm just uh, no, all seriousness, Amanda. Yeah, I got mad love for you, man. I got mad love for Ambra. Shit, there's so many good people that whether they stay in the chat or they come up and just chit chat every once in a while. I and like even for like the settlement, I know they rag a lot on Connie and but Brett's got a heart, man. Not that he wants anybody to hear that. He comes off as a real tough guy, and he presents himself as that as too. But I've seen him be even though he's fucking cussing at Manda, like that's love, man. Like I don't know how else to put it. Hi, Candace.
Hi, AC. I'm up here to jump your bones, not in the way that you think, though.
Damn.
Get him.
Where is my love? Where is my love that I never give from you?
You here right now, Candace, so I'm giving you love. Mwah. I love you, woman.
I'm just going to back out of this and let you two go at it.
I swear to God, every time that man comes in a room, I treat him like a god, and he never says a word. I was just coming up here to spank on you, so I want my love.
It's funny because like when I'm doing the shows, and I always try to tell everyone, like I'm with ASMR co-hosting, it helps me out. He'll remind me, he'll pull up comments, and I'll be able to see it. I get so distracted with what's going on at the time that I will forget to like go through and read the chat and stuff. And it's not that I'm ignoring people. Like even Brian will text me while I'm in the middle of a show, and he's like, "Dude, what the fuck? Are you blind? I mean, I'm partially deaf, but you could at least fucking acknowledge me, motherfucker."
I know Brian will text me during like chat, and since I'm older now, it's real hard to do both at the same time. So I got to give my love to Brian over anybody. He comes first. But no, I'm talking about when you come into a chat that you're not hosting. And I give you so much love. And I said, okay, the next time I get him, because you want people to show their face coming up on your panel. And I'm on chemo. I'm not doing that. So,
no, I understand.
But I said the next time I can get at him, he's going to get such a spank for not giving me my love. But anyway, I get you, AC. I love you and love Manda. And Manda, yes, you can watch. Of course you can watch. No, it's nice having Brian up here. It's real nice to have. I'm so glad to see him back.
Well, I love you, Candace. You're good people. You're, like I said, we have so many good people in our communities, and I for the people that go out and try to attack y'all guys, and that's where I get upset and frustrated, and then I say, you know what, fuck it, I'm gonna have some fun now. You want to take it out on people? That's why I have no problem going at Rebel. I have no problem going at fucking Wolverine. I have no problem going after Tony. These are all pieces of shit, and I've been saying this for months now. I will continue to say it. They're pieces of shit, and I will fucking go after them. Fuck them.
Oh yeah, and I gotta tell you, Tonic, Andrew doesn't really do his own streams much anymore, but you and Tonic are my shining light. If I didn't have you, sometimes I don't know how I'd get through the night. Really, I don't. So I appreciate you more than you know. I love your panels. Love, love, love. And I'm so glad ASMR is, oh my God, hearing what he went through. Oh my God. But I had been praying the whole time because I knew something was wrong. I didn't know what. I figured hospital or jail, one of the two. I mean, that to me was the only thing it could be. I didn't know if he was doing auditing. I didn't know if he got in trouble that way or if he was sick. But I prayed my heart out for him. And then to see him back and then to hear his story, oh my God. But the team is back. I'm excited. I can't wait when you go live. Oh, heck yeah.
Whoa, there's a name I haven't seen.
We are gonna we'll put on more shows. I'm not in a rush to do everything right now. I'm trying to I like next weekend I'll actually be doing some 1A stuff, going out and recording. I don't want to say where and with who just yet. But I'll next weekend I'll be doing that. And then just trying to get everything set up at the house where I can focus on actually cutting videos for my 1A stuff, so I can start dropping those again. And then of course the panels, just trying to figure out more of a timeline. Whether at least 2 to 3 times a week doing the panels. I know everybody loves them. I like doing them. I enjoy them. My main thing is I have fun doing them, and if it wasn't fun, I wouldn't want to do it. We'll get to it. We'll get more in a more set schedule. I think the Road and Tow show, I think they're scheduled like Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays is when they're doing their show. So I may do something like that, where it's certain days, particular time. Unless Wolvie is fucking just mouthing off like yesterday. I just was at fuck it, I'm going live. He's talking shit. I'm running my mouth too.
Oh yeah, I mean I enjoy the Wolvie panels the most. I mean that and Rebel, you oh my God, you make my day. But yeah, you guys are great. ASMR compliments you so well, and his voice, oh my God, where he could make a fortune off of that voice.
Yeah.
But yeah, Brian, I told him when he was telling me he was going to go live, I thought, we've been talking on text for a long time. And I said, oh no, you're going to hear how I really sound, because I get compared to Peanut all the time, which is true. I thought, I wanted him to think I had that sweet old lady voice, and oh my God. But oh well. I love Brian. I love Brian so much. And Raz, those two men in this community, top shelf. And the more I get to know more of you more, and I have love for many of you, but those two, my God, they're so good and kind to me, and decent men, good fathers. Yeah, my kind of guys.
I'm trying to catch up on 4 monitors today. Damn, I said there's a name I haven't seen in a long time. I've got 4 monitors and like 9 programs open.
Good Lord, I don't know how you young people do this. I remember I used to be able to do that. Ask me to do 2 things now, and I get into the sweats. I don't know. Oh my God.
Rub your belly and pat your head.
You guys will get there. You'll get there. You'll see. Or maybe it's just me. I don't know. I used to be a great multitasker, and now it panics me.
Yeah, I'm just falling apart, but I figured, what the hell? I mean, the way I had to do this to make this work with Streamlabs OBS, It's so jacked up. I'm gonna have to look at that other OBS program and see if it's any better. It's like so jerry-rigged right now. That's why I have so many programs open, just to make it work.
Yeah. You scared me this morning with all of that. Here I was thinking, okay, I'm going to get a little something going, just a little something to, maybe an hour once a week. And then you were going and telling me all the stuff you were having trouble with this morning. Scared the hell out of me. I'm like, I don't think I wanna.
But that's also, I haven't streamed in almost 2 years. So I haven't messed with any of these programs or their updates in almost 2 years. So I have to re-familiarize myself with all of this. I could have just clicked go live in the OBS and not did a panel. But, these days, everybody expects a panel. It's like you can't do a stream without a panel or you'll get no viewers. So,
right.
I mean, I figured, what the heck, I would just try it and see if I can make it work. I mean, now that I figured out how to make it work, it's not bad. It's just a couple clicks, adding some stuff onto the OBS, and lining stuff up. Otherwise, it wasn't
Amanda.
that hard. Oh, you're leaving, Amanda? Well, fine.
Bye,
Yeah,
Amanda.
she's got some snow to go take care of.
Yeah, but she thinks I'm sexier than you, AC, so there.
Bite me.
That you poor East Coasters. I'm over here in Cali and I'm sitting at 65 degrees.
I mean, it's the heat index is -20 here, but we're not getting any of that snow she's getting. It's going right past us. But we did get 4 feet with all the drifting like a week and a half ago. So
yeah, you were telling me how long it took to shovel that crap.
Yeah, well, I mean, I can only do a little at a time, but there was 4 of us trying to do it. So it still took a long time. But it's all cleaned up now. All we have is a little dusting in the forecast.
Well, that's good.
I think it's absolutely hilarious, though, that we're not getting, like, I don't know, the usual rebel stuff I expected in the chat.
Well, that's what I thought. If he's getting it, I thought you were going to get it.
Yeah, well, I mean, you know how Connie is. He can't resist trying to attack chats. I mean, I could.
You know what it is? I know what it is. I know exactly what this is. Connie is finally getting his birthday sex from Mama.
Oh, that's so wrong.
So wrong, but
Is it? Is it really? Is it?
It's so wrong, but so right, all at the same time. What is? My God, it's hilarious.
Yeah,
Go ahead, sweetheart.
I was just gonna say you're probably right. It's just I don't want that mental image.
Well, this is the part that makes me naughty right here, and I try not to be naughty at my age anymore, but I am betting his mom wishes she swallowed every time this year instead. But and that's naughty. I know. For an old lady, I need to stop that.
Oh my God. Candace.
I know, right? It's right.
You're so
See,
bad.
we only text. You've never seen my naughty side.
Oh man, I can't stop laughing. My face hurts. That was bad.
I told you I was a bad old lady. I told you.
That was like AC level bad.
Right?
AC, man,
Save
you got
me,
competition.
Save me, save me. Get me out of it quick.
Don't hide those things. Unless that was just a delayed hide.
Oh, no. No.
Did you see Amanda's comment? Oh,
Where is it? No, I missed. Oh, Oh yeah, pro swallowing.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's so wrong.
you can't tell me she doesn't think it from time to time. Come on, even she knows he's a waste of oxygen.
We all do, but I did not expect you to bust
I
out with
know.
that.
Oh, let's rub it in, Brian. Let's rub it in.
I mean, Candace just hit 2 Live Crew level.
I know. Oh, you have no idea, Brian. You have no
Oh,
idea. Now that you have those headphones, get ready, buddy.
it's so different hearing it than reading it. It is.
Exactly. Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
wow. I'm gonna be laughing at that for a while. It wasn't just
Well,
the words; it was that it was you, and it was the tone and the inflections behind it.
yeah, I know. It's more that it was me because I get looked at as that sweet old lady. And then I come out with crap like that and people say, "What?" That's
69.
why
Oh,
it's
sorry.
better to stick with. Oh, go ahead, sweetheart. Go ahead.
I was just trying to tell 69. They only say one thing one time in any one channel. They never repeat themselves. YouTube has logged over 200,000 of those things, and you can only have 999 hides in your channel. So there's no point. I mean, their links aren't even clickable. So there's no reason to. I'm just saying. I'm just trying to help people understand that all that does is slow their channel down. Doesn't do anything else. But anyway, sorry. It's just I've tried to tell so many people that. And
Oh, I know. You've been preaching it and preaching it, but most don't listen.
uh,
Like the other channels, they just don't want to hear it.
that Bacon guy, that goddamn Bacon is his name. I don't know if you've seen him or not. He's had that Betty Washam on his chant before.
Oh yeah.
He sims for her. I see him in the karaoke chats, like David Belo and them, and we've gotten into it a few times. And
Well, you remember when Tonic went over there, right?
yeah, I know, it was hilarious, especially when
Yeah.
Taryn got on panel.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Taryn
That guy.
is a verbal ninja, I swear.
Oh
yeah.
yes. Oh yes.
But he and I got into it, and he's trying to tell me that, oh, I've seen those things repeat before. I've seen it repeat before. I'm like, dude, I talked to the YouTube development team who tracks these things in the software, and even they have never seen them repeat once. You're going to tell me out of 200,000 times that they've never seen them repeat? You did?
Is that what he told you?
Yeah, he's just saying it so he has a reason to disagree with me.
Well, that guy is a control freak. I've never seen anything like it. A panel host like him, oh God, it's I want what I want exactly how I want it. I want you to say it how I want you to say it. I want you to emote it how I want you to emote it. That guy's nuts.
Guys, please don't fight. TOS and No Justice, you guys are both good people. Just a misunderstanding, that's all. Please. Seriously, you guys would really like each other if you just talk. Honestly, you guys are both similar in a lot of ways. You're both right in your own ways, so it's okay. 69, they reuse the same name, but they don't reuse the same account. It's actually written in their code. If you can actually download their code. They never ever reuse the same account. They do reuse the same names, which YouTube will tell you. But that's why they added the subscriber only mode. So I'm just saying, if you guys want to fight. I just recommend you don't. So, anyways, any more quips, Candace, to make me laugh?
Fight.
Well, I've had a blast today watching you. I hope you do it more often. And people, if you want to throw a donation his way, it'd be greatly appreciated. He really, in terms of some needs he has, and he wouldn't ask, but I'm going to. Please. And I loved being up here with you, Brian and AC. And Brian, I mean, like, if you can crank out at least one of these a week, I'd be so happy.
I'm gonna try and do it more. I mean, it's just a matter of setting it up and trying not to compete with other people for time slots. And I mean,
Actually, Candace, I'm gonna have to admit something right now.
Uh-oh.
I'm gonna have to DDoS Brian King. He's gonna cut into my. He's gonna be my competition from now on. I can no longer have this. I'm going to make false claims that he's trying to kill me and my family.
He's a domestic
and
terrorist.
he's going to try to put me out on the street. So I'm going to do everything I need to do to slander his name. Yes. Moving forward, Brian Payne, you are now my enemy.
Thump, thump, Brian. Thump, thump.
He's going to go get Rick Crude on me. Dude, I begged people to go pick him up and bring him to me. Like, I begged people. Somebody, please, bring Rick Crude to me. I mean,
right?
I will happily teach him a lesson. For free.
Cool.
But
him and G-Shush, right? You know that guy, G-Shush, that hassles you?
Yeah. Sorry, I was reading Amanda's comments. She's going at AC for me.
Now, Amanda, Brian's my man now, okay?
Oh.
Well, he's my son. He's my son. My son. Let's get that clear. My son.
You know what?
But
I think my wife might have something to say about it. I mean, I'm just saying,
Right. Well, I'm the mother, so nobody's going to get on my case. But yeah, if I was younger, well, that'd be another story then. But I'm not, so I'm your one of your besties, and I love you dearly.
Well, I appreciate it, and just for the record, I don't know if I'm a screamer. You just had to make me laugh and then make me blush. Thank you for that. Does that mean you're leaving? Does that mean you're leaving?
Oh, me, yeah. I just, it's starting to get a little tough.
Okay,
so.
I get it. Well, I appreciate you coming on the panel, and I thank you very much for the super chats.
Absolutely. I had to do that one for Candy Cane, and one because I love you. But yeah, Candy Cane deserved that one, and I am Candy. So, I mean, I really wish that I'd have started out that way instead of Candace.
Right.
Because everybody calls me Candy. Even at my age, they still call me Candy. But then again, I thought, well, it sounds a little ridiculous to new people, a 59-year-old woman, Candy. But I'm so used to it. But Candace is cool too. I just wished I hadn't have started with the Candace Smithson. If I just would have been smart enough not to do that. But when I first made that name, I had no intention. I didn't even know what a panel was 13 years ago. I had no clue or that I'd ever be in a chat. I was just coming onto YouTube to look at funny animal stuff.
Right.
And I wouldn't have done that. And then look where it's gotten me, only because of Rebel. Nobody else would have done that to me, but because of him now it was easy to find me and my family, and yeah. But that's okay. I'll stomp him.
Oh my God,
I don't know.
Hurt.
What is that?
There was a squeaking high-pitched noise.
Yeah, I heard it.
We'll just blame AC.
Candace Kane. That's cute, Taste. That's cute. I like that. Candace Kane. Not bad. But anyway, sweeties, love you very much. Thank you for having me up. Brian, we'll talk later. And AC, I'll see you real soon, honey.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you
Bye,
again.
chat. Love all. Bye-bye.
Bye. Yeah, 69. We're talking about G-Shush comes into Tonics and that, and he just talks a lot of smack, but he's one of those come to me guys, you know. I'll beat you up, blah, blah, blah. Come to me. Like that guy, AC, that you guys went in his chat last night. He was saying that, y'all don't know who the fuck you're messing with. I'm like, why does everybody say that? Seriously, everybody falls on that. Apparently you must be working, so I won't bother you. I'll just talk to the chat.
No. I whenever, because I'm on my phone, whenever I switch screens, it cuts off my audio and my video after like a minute.
Oh.
I don't know why it does that, but it does do that.
Tay said you were DDoSing
Oh, you're
me.
talking about Anarchy TV last night?
Yeah, when you went in his chat and he was like, y'all don't know who the fuck you're messing with. It's like everybody says that. Everybody.
Well, look, trying to respect the guy's channel.
Right.
So I wasn't gonna, snap back at the guy. And it's his channel, and he runs it how he wants to run it. Had it been somebody else and they snapped at me like that, I probably would have went off on him. But it just depends. It's all situational. But as far as him saying like, it's my channel, or who, you don't know who I am, I think people from time to time don't realize how not so serious the internet is. I think I've said this a couple times. The internet is a fake place. It's fake. It's made up. If there was no electricity tomorrow, if there was no if there was a what do you call it? God damn it! What do they call it when they fucking fry all the electronics and shit? Fuck, I can't think of the name of it. But anyways, so if there was no electronics tomorrow, the internet would be. I mean, I can't. It's a fake place. Like I can't fucking reach through the screen and choke somebody. So I mean, is there other shit that can be done? Sure, but don't take it so goddamn seriously. Some people take it way too serious.
I agree. I mean, and I understand why he was mad. I get that. I mean, he was having a conversation, and all of a sudden, Asmar and freaking Exiled and Joe all jumped in there and went at Wolvie, so I get it. It's just my point was that particular statement, not him, but it's that statement. It seems like everybody falls back on that. Even Rebel, I've heard him say that. His mother said it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, I don't say that. I'm like, you'll find out who you're messing with. I don't have to say you don't know who you're messing with. You'll find out. You keep it up. That's all I don't even have to say it. I'll let him find out. But it's just that statement tripped me out, man.
By the way, thanks, Ross. EMPs. That's what I was thinking of. Fucking EMP will take out all the electronics within a certain distance of that fucking thing. If the fucking EMP went over the entire fucking United States and we had no internet tomorrow, we had no electronics. Like I said, it's a fake place. But then, thanks, Ross. That's kind of where I was going with it. But sorry, I'm sorry I cut you off, Brian.
No, you're good, man. I was reading it as Punkylicious. See, I stayed on until you got on. She had asked me if I was going to be on till 2 my time.
Hi, Punky.
Punky's awesome. I see her in the damn karaoke chats. See her in the drama chats. She's everywhere.
I see her on Discord.
Well, see, I don't get on Discord, so.
Yeah.
I mean, years ago, I got on there once, and it was not hearing impaired friendly at all. And then it ended up being the source of a lot of frustration for me for years. So I just avoid it. I mean, I probably have 20 people a day tell me to start a Discord. I'm guessing that's the real Punky. Somebody verified it. YouTube just...
Here, I'll do it. I'm at my computer now, so I can check. That's the real Punky.
Thank you. YouTube needs to just add a menu option, you know, verify user, instead of taking you to their channel.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, Amanda. I appreciate you enjoying this. I used to do these all the time. I was the one, whether other people want to believe it or not, I was the one that started doing panels as a big thing in the 1A community after PNP News taught me how to do it. He was the first one to do a panel, period, in the 1A world. But he taught me how to do it, and I started doing them like crazy. And then Black Label copied me and started doing everything I did on mine on his. But because he had 40,000 subscribers and I didn't, he got a lot more people. So he took the credit for a lot of it, but the reality was I did it before him. You can even ask PNP News. He taught me first. So, but I used to do these all the time, and I used to get hundreds of viewers in my chat. But, you know, like 2 years ago or so, the 1A world really bombed. It was just mostly frauds that want money. And I didn't want to be a part of that. So I just stopped doing the panels. I stopped doing everything. I just watched in the chats and talked in the chats. Oh, what the heck was that? My stream just disconnected for a second. You guys still there in the chat?
Let me look.
Yeah, they're there. It's moving. Must have been a hiccup in my connection. Oh no, it's because of freaking... Because this is not registered, it cycled through. I hit the 3-hour mark. Streamlabs, it's because it's not the pay-for version.
Yeah.
So it cycled at 3 hours and started a new stream. So, either way, it's working again. Honestly, though, AC, your chats, I find them fun. I just can't stand the talking over each other, man. That kills me, especially with closed captioning.
There are times where, and I try to keep my composure. I try to be respectful. I'm trying to think. There's maybe 1 or 2 times where I actually got frustrated enough where I raised my voice and was pissed and yelling. Sly Shy was one of them.
Oh God.
Because she's so fucking notorious for doing it, and she does like you'll stop, and then she'll be like, "Well, let me finish my thought," and then she'll finish her thought, and then you go into talking and saying something else, and she follows right behind that, start talking again. It's like, wait a minute, woman, you just said, wait a minute, give me a minute, let me finish my thought. You talked for 10 fucking minutes, and then by the time that it's my time to talk, now you're fucking cutting me off again, and you're about to go on another 10-minute rant. Yeah, she is something else, man. I love Sly, but she doesn't get it.
Dude, you got more patience than me, man, because I cannot stand that woman at all. I had it out with her in PDF's chat one day, and she tried to tell me we were cool and we were on a panel together, and I'm like, no, we weren't. I haven't done a panel in over 2 years. But she's one of those people that did absolutely nothing for the 1A community, but acting like she's like an integral part of it. Like, I get it if you want to be a part of it, you want to be a supporter, all that's great. I think that's wonderful. But, like you said, she just starts overrunning people. And she talks like her word is law. That's what drives me nuts about her. I used to like her until she did exactly what you said. She just all of a sudden, let me finish my thought. Let me get this out. I need to finish this. And it's like nonstop, man. And that's what kills me.
Mad is saying that she hates manic. When AC gets mad, I get scared. I'm used to happy, funny AC. I appreciate that. I try to keep it as fun as possible.
Hold on.
There are times where
Taze, I got to see something, man. You're not going to show me nothing? Give me the finger. Give me something. Okay, well, we'll just leave it on. Oh, he's gone. I guess not. Go ahead, sorry.
what you could do is bring up one of your
I have it on my screen. The little block screen.
Yeah.
Yeah, I made one in my OBS. You know, a nice castle and all that on it. Yeah.
I think it's nudie. He won't come up on camera, so you have to verify him through his voice.
He's saying, well, he's saying it's him in the chat, so.
Yeah.
It's not that I don't trust you, dude. I've just never seen you on a panel.
Did you get that?
What's good?
Hey, sorry about my voice, man. I got a really bad head cold. Hey, AC, you won't answer me, man. Did you ever check out that radio show I told you about?
Remind me what radio show?
Oh, okay. Here's the deal. One of my hobbies is I collect old time radio shows. You know, back before television. You know.
Oh, you're talking about the guy with the laugh.
Yeah. So they had this old radio show called The Great Gildersleeve. Now, I don't have the ability. Maybe you do, Brian. Maybe you can pull up like the intro to that radio show, because they had the guy that did that show laughed exactly like AC. To my ears, anyway.
Okay, I got it pulled up. Well, I'm on my work computer. I'm on my phone, so let me play the audio.
I am too.
Yeah, I can't be too fucking loud.
But I keep asking you in different chats. Hey, did you ever check it out? And I guess you
I
don't
never
see
did.
it.
No, no. I saw it once or twice, but I think I was in the middle of something. I never did really get a chance to. Oh, I so want to. Interesting. When I was a kid, we would travel. We would travel and we would put it on the oldie stations and stuff. And at a certain time of the night, the oldie stations would play like really like classic radio shows. And I always got a kick out of stuff like that. I haven't run into anything like this in years. Not that I'm that old. I just, just stuff like this fascinates me.
Yeah, it's a kind of the same thing with me. Like when we would go places, and me and my brothers, we'd be like in the back seat, and it'd be like late at night, and to compromise, our parents on the radio would put on these old radio shows because everybody in the car enjoyed them. My parents didn't enjoy our music. We didn't enjoy their music. So this was kind of a compromise. And that's where I kind of got my love for the old radio shows.
Okay. So this is a host series. It looks like
it was actually a spin-off. I don't know if you ever heard of. They had a radio show called oh my God, what was it called? Molly, something Molly or Molly and something anyway. Fibber McGee and Molly. And he was a regular character on it. And then it spun off to his own show called The Great Gildersleeve. and his trademark was his laugh.
Yeah, but wait, hold on a second here. Is everybody ignoring the fact that Taze has a voice? I didn't know he was anything more than... I've never seen him more than a chat.
Hey, this is not the first panel I've been on. I just don't come on very many.
I'm like, it's kind of like when Resolution got on a panel once. I was like, wait a minute, he's got a face? I mean, I thought he was just brain and hands. I've never seen you on a panel, dude. I've never even seen you just like an icon on a panel.
Well, I'll tell you. Let's see. I'm trying to think of what panels I've been on. I'll tell you, not very many. I probably no more than 10 at that. And I'd been on Beware Mouses once for about 30 seconds before he threw me off. So, but I've been on a few panels.
It must be
I've been on Shelley's panel a couple times. I just off the top of my head, I can't remember who, but yeah, every now and then I go up. But I've got to want to have something to say. I don't want to just come up and not say anything.
Yeah, well, I mean, I thought you were seriously just a porn bomber because I've never seen you. I was like, holy crap. When you talked in the channel, then I knew it was really you.
Yeah, well, you were asking to see something, and I was trying to get my camera to work, and I couldn't get it to work.
Yeah, well, you're lucky you were in the chat, because otherwise you would have been banned, because it's a different icon. This one's green, the other one's like gray or whatever.
Oh, really? I have no idea. I used to have a picture, but I thought, yeah, I don't want to do that anymore.
See you later,
people use the picture to dox you, you know?
Yeah, I mean, you've been around long enough, man. I was doxxed to high hell. I mean, my entire legal history, my academic history, everything about me was posted all over Discord. So,
I'll tell you, when I first came on YouTube, I came on YouTube because I wanted to watch sovereign citizen videos. That was what I wanted to watch. I wanted to watch sovereign citizen videos and watch them get pulled out of their cars and get tased. And one day I get a recommendation in my feed to I think it was probably Johnny 5-0. And that was my first experience with the 1A auditing community. And from there, I went to, I think, NNH. And I really liked NNH before I found out everything about them.
Yep.
When I first got in, and then I was using my name, my regular name. And I didn't even realize you could make comments in the videos. And this was pre-panel days. You guys didn't have live panels and stuff.
Right.
I didn't realize you could make comments. And then when I found that out, by that time, I'd realized if you use your real name, you're really setting yourself up. So I thought, what am I going to change it to? And by that time, I had gone pro-auditing to basically anti-auditing, and I came up with this name. Since then, I've realized I'm not really anti-auditing. I'm just anti-auditor. I just haven't seen anybody that does it well. I haven't seen you, AC, so I'm not including you in that statement.
You won't like me. But here's the thing. Here's the thing. Okay, like for me, I respect everyone's decision to watch the videos they want to watch. You want to go watch people being harassed? Okay, that's your thing. You want to watch videos of cops harassing? That's your thing. Sovereign citizens getting pulled out of the car. I think that's actually kind of funny.
Yeah.
But for me, my content is my content. You either like it or you don't. I'm not going to sit here and try to plead with people. Well, to change. I'm trying to change things. I'm trying to fight for your rights. I'm not out there fighting for your rights. I'm out there fighting for my rights. If in anything, I'm out there to exercise my rights. That's it.
Yeah,
and
see,
I'm recording it in the fucking process.
I get that more than like what you say. People going, "Hey, they're out there fighting for our rights." I don't need anybody to fight for my rights. I mean, I fought for my rights.
Correct.
Through I spent almost 7 years active duty military, and
Wow. I didn't know
anyway,
that.
Thank you for service, sir.
Oh well, thank you for your support. But once I got into the 1A auditing hole, the rabbit hole, I couldn't get out of it. It was like watching a train wreck. You don't want to look, you know you shouldn't look, but you can't help it.
But
And
see,
the thing that I don't.
what I've discovered is one thing that I do agree with PDF on strongly is he says it now is I'm not an auditor. I'm a blacksmith, bladesmith, software engineer that happens to agree with exposing corruption. But I'm not going to go out and I say the word. I know PDF hates when I say it and he goes off on me every time, but I don't agree with harassing private businesses or private citizens or churches, any of that stuff that has absolutely nothing to do with constitutional rights. And people keep throwing out the word freedom. My freedom, my freedom, my freedom. There has not been freedom in this country since 1492 in May. Because, frankly, any government means no freedom. Because you're going to have laws, you're going to have things to abide by.
I think the Native Americans agree on that. Lost their freedom.
But see, you know, when military people say, I fought for your freedom, I say, no, you fought for my rights, and I appreciate it. My father was a Marine. I tried to join the Air Force, but I failed the medical because of my heart. I didn't know that at the time. I ended up having 5 heart attacks later. They were right. So, good on them. But I support military and all that. But what I don't support is people thinking they can go out and do whatever they want, whenever they want, however they want. Like that nude guru fool who thinks that you could just walk out and drive around in your car without a license or license plates, and that's okay. You don't have to pay taxes. That's okay. It's like you live in America, on American soil, under an American government. You follow American law. People that say they want to do all that, how can you say you support American constitutional law and then go out and say you want to break the laws? How does that work? Am I the only one?
Get it.
Am I the only one that doesn't make sense to?
No, actually, I say the same thing. And you know what? I got a lot more respect for people like you that actually tried to join, but was rejected because of a physical condition, or at least you tried.
Yeah, I did, and they told me that I was diagnosed with an irregularity in my heartbeat, which was later changed to arrhythmia, and eventually heart failure.
Yeah.
Now luckily I've been downgraded to non-acute heart failure because I've been exercising, getting my diabetes under control. I've lost over 90 pounds. So I'm doing what I can.
Hey, well, good on you. Good on you. But you know what I hate? You were talking about auditing like private businesses and things like that. I hate auditors that go into places that are public. And
let me jump in on that part. Because the perfect example was the Polyaudis audit that he did at that fucking bagel shop or whatever it was, a cookie shop.
Cookie shop.
And thought that he could say, "Oh, well, you have to serve me." No, it's a private fucking business. No shoot, no shoes, no shirt, no service. They have the right to refuse your fucking business.
They can refuse your business as long as it's not based on a protected class. Like because of your race or sex or whatever. As long as that's not the basis. But what I don't like is they go into public buildings, government buildings, and then they start. Who are they talking to? They're talking to clerks and low-level employees and they start yelling about to them, and those people have no power to change the rules of the building or whatever. Like because they're going to yell at them and tell them they have the constitutional right to be there. That low level clerk is going to be able to say, "Oh, you know what? You're right. Come on in." You know, they yell at the people that have no ability to make any change.
See, now you're talking about that, and it's interesting because in the chat they're talking about post offices. Now, this is another thorn in my side and something that PDF and I have gotten into many arguments about. I absolutely despise when people go to a post office and call it an audit. It's a post office. What exactly are you teaching them? You think they went home and said, yeah, this activist came in and he taught me my rights. I should have respected him. I'm so happy he did that. No. They go home and they say, man, you should have seen this asshole that came in with a camera today. You're not teaching them anything. And it has no bearing on our laws, our constitutional rights, none of that. Just like standing outside a damn cookie shop or a gas station or anywhere on the sidewalk, filming them, and think it's not okay for them to come and confront you. You know, people forget. The Constitution protects you from a tyrannical government, not an American citizen. There's nothing...
You know, the thing I'm sorry, the thing about post offices is it's low-hanging fruit. They know they're going to get a reaction. If all their audits were boring, they just walked in, nobody said nothing to them, nobody would watch their video.
Right.
Now they all quote Poster 7, and they go, and first of all, they misinterpret Poster 7. But you know, Poster 7 is a big, big poster. Have you read it all?
Oh yeah.
The very first paragraph in Poster 7 gives the post office the right. If you're carrying a bag, a suitcase, a briefcase, anything that's not packaged for mail, they have the right to ask you to open it, show what you have. Now, I've never seen a post office ever do that. But can you imagine if an auditor went in there and maybe they're carrying a camera bag or something like that, and they walked up and said, sir, we'd like to inspect your bag there? They'd have a fucking heart attack.
You're right.
And then you can point to Poster 7 and go, sir, you love Poster 7. It says right here, we have that right.
Yeah, you know what? That's just it. That's been one of the most debated things in the auditor world for as long as I've been a part of it, some 10 years. I mean, J.C. Playford brought it up many years ago. It's like, I get it. Poster 7 says one thing in one part of it, and it says another thing in another part of it. I get that. You know, if you talk to Rogue Nation, apparently he went through and found some obscure laws buried in this U.S. code and that U.S. code and whatever that proves that he was right and he won all these things. And what kills me is he goes back to the same post offices like 3 or 4 times. It's like, oh, I want to make sure they still respect my rights. They don't care. They're post office clerks. They don't care.
Not to mention the customers there aren't the same group of customers that were there the last time. And they get a lot of flack from the customers.
No, see, hold on. MKingSr, I don't agree with that. That's not a training thing. New auditors should learn the laws, as we all had to. You know, MKingSr's been around a long frickin' time. He was one of the first people to get me to actually watch a live stream of an auditor. And even back then, I still said the whole post office crap I did not agree with. Because... And there's other government facilities that are very low-level stuff, like a building that may have a government contract, so that makes them fair game for auditing. I don't agree with that.
Yeah.
I don't agree with that. And new auditors, they want to do some training. You know what? Then go hang out with some experienced auditors, even if only online, and run your spiel by them.
Hey, you know how hard that is? Do you know how hard that is to do? because I was thinking about actually doing some auditing, and I actually approached different auditors and said, "Hey, would you take me?" And they all said no.
Well, because that's
One person wants to take me, and that's Carolina, because I'm in Texas. But I don't know
Where
about
you
that.
at?
I'm in Texas.
Yeah,
I'm in West
I love
Texas.
Carolina, but she's crazy.
Yeah.
I'm in Texas. That's why I'm asking.
Oh, I'm in West Texas.
Okay.
yeah, Texas is huge.
West Texas, like
I'm in
West Texas
Abilene.
and El Paso,
Abilene.
Abilene. Okay, so give me a second. I'm trying to remember who is where, because that would be Dallas. DeSoto's closer to Dallas.
I had one guy who lives not far from here, and he wanted me to go with him, and something just didn't feel right, and turns out he was on a sex offender registry for
You're talking
molesting
about News
people.
Now Permian Basin.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what? That happened to me with Rock City Artists. He was the first one since Bullet SpongeBob died that was close to me that I was like, hey, man, this is awesome. I get to meet up with somebody and go auditing. And every freaking time I brought it up, he had an excuse. But he called himself Rock City Auditor. I'm like, dude, you're calling yourself an auditor, but you're not auditing. You can't do that. Oh, well, I'll go someday. And then he went out to California, and those guys took him out, and he got freaking 10,000 subs in like 2 hours. And then GD and them came out with the truth about him. I was so glad I never went out with him to do an audit after that.
Yeah, you get that, because you get the stink wings off and onto you.
Yeah,
but
exactly.
Hey, listen, I want to say one more thing. I actually need to jump down after that. So another thing that I don't like about auditing is when people approach an auditor and ask, "Hey, what are you doing? What's going on?" Well, you're there to educate, so educate them. Tell them, "Hey,
Right.
I'm conducting a First Amendment audit, and this is what we do to make sure that that the government respects our rights." Blah blah blah. Whatever spiel you want to give, but explain what you're doing. And if you're in a public place like a post office, and the person goes, "Well, I'd rather not be on your video," just why go, "Hey, there's no expectation of privacy in public." Say, "Well, sir, I'm not here to video you, or ma'am, I'm not here to video you, and I will try to keep you off of my video." And then follow through and do that.
Yeah, dude, I agree 1,000 freaking percent. Auditing, when I got into it and I was learning about it from the pro auditor side, it was all about spreading knowledge. That was what was drilled into my head by the people of that day. And I was like, man, that's awesome. I'm so for that. And like even now, Nevaeh says in the chat, laws and ordinances and all that can vary from state to state, city to city, town to town. That's why it's even better that you don't go to a freaking post office for training. You learn your laws. You talk to other auditors if you're lucky enough and they're local to you. Yeah, and when you're out, don't just go out and say, fuck you, I'm going to film whatever I want, blah, blah, blah. I'm sorry, I don't agree with that. I think that's wrong. Exactly like you just said. Ma'am, sir, whatever, I'm doing this. This is why I do it. Would you like to learn more? Otherwise, I will do my best to not film you. That's what I agree with.
Right. Another thing is, well, I would have to, obviously, whatever an auditor told me, if they were to take me under their wing and whatever, I would have to do my own research, because I see so much misinformation out there. And it seems like one auditor will say something, and then the next auditor picks that up and uses that same phrase. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, even with things that really don't have to do with auditing, like I think it was probably Johnny 50 that started with the kick rocks,
Oh
and now
God.
everybody uses it.
No. My favorite was, oh, the Supreme Court says that I only have to stand back 10 feet from you.
Yeah,
Oh my
right.
God. That
And they
blew
never
up.
ruled that. Yeah.
That was everywhere. Freaking everybody was saying it. And I'm like, I can't find this in the Supreme Court rulings anywhere.
It was what they call dicta. When they make a Supreme Court ruling, they will write the thought processes that went through that led to their decision, and that's called dicta. And there was some particular Supreme Court case where they said 10 feet was far enough, but that wasn't part of the ruling, and that was only for that particular case. It wasn't a sweeping ruling.
But Happy, that has indeed happened. There's audits on my channel that I did with Bullet SpongeBob years ago. Most of the audits I did got lost when my channel got corrupted 5 years ago, and I had to restart my channel. But some of them are still there. There were people that walked in frame knowing I was recording. All they did was cover their face and walk by. Now, yeah, I was silly and put like snowflakes or something in as a caption, because back then I was copying what a lot of other people did. You know, they called them all snowflakes and stuff like that. What I know now, I would have simply said, "I'm sorry, ma'am. I'll edit you out," instead of just putting it in there with a nasty title. Because
I advise people, and this is what I would do if I was ever in a position where I'm out in public somewhere and there's an auditor there. I would start playing copyright music as loud as I could.
Yeah, the cops started doing that. Yeah.
Yep.
And it's like, okay, all I have to do is in my editor click strip music.
Well, if they do that, then they do that. But at least you're making them have to work for it.
Yeah, but my point is, knowing what I know now, the point of auditing and all that should be, if we want to make a difference, obviously we have to start making a difference at much higher levels. Levels that require voting. Things like that. We're not going to make those changes if we alienate everybody. You know, yeah.
Also, if you are in a video that's monetized, if you go to Google and put a complaint in, they will make. I don't know. I've never done it, so I don't know how hard it is to do. But theoretically, you can go to Google and make that content provider take you out, either pixelate you or take you out completely.
Yeah, hold on.
To a certain point.
Hold on.
Well, if you're making money off of which you would be if you're monetized, then you're making money off of my image, and I have a right to say no. That's according to Google. That's according to Google. I'm not saying that's a law. I'm saying that's a Google policy.
Right.
And this is our platform.
That was tried many, many, many times. As long as it was done on public property, if you are on public property, there's nothing you can do about it. Now, if you're in a private parking lot, or if you're in a building window that's a private building, then you can. Things like that.
Well, like I said, I've obviously never tried it, but I just know that theoretically it's possible.
Hold on, next out.
Sorry.
What were you saying, Taze?
I was just saying, like I said, I've never done it because I've never been in a auditing video. I'm just saying that theoretically it's possible. As I said, I didn't know how practical it is or how easy it might be.
Yeah,
it's easy to put the claim in. It's easy to put that claim in, but it's hard to keep that claim. I've had many people get hit, like I know, get hit with those, and then they turn around and YouTube will relieve it because they did their investigation and realize there's not a whole lot they can do. So like Brian says, as long as you're on public property, as long as you're doing everything you're supposed to legally, the best thing they can do is try to sue you, and that's about it.
Well, let me ask you this, AC, because you hear this in almost every auditor's video. They'll say you can't trespass me from a public building. Do you believe
That's not true. It's not true.
I know that's not true.
You can be trespassed from any public building. You can only not be trespassed from a traditional public forum. That is it.
Right. It could be a sidewalk or a park or I say a park's a limited public forum. That type of thing. But you hear that because one auditor said it. You can't trespass me from a public building. I have a right to be here. I'm the public.
Yes,
but Adderley versus Florida says different. And it not only does it say that they can trespass you, it says the people that have the care and custody of that building have not only a right but a duty to make sure that building is used for its intended purpose.
Wait, hold
so
on.
If that intended purpose is to collect taxes, and you're there not to pay your taxes, they can say, "Hey, you got to leave. This building is here to collect taxes."
Right, hold on. I have to correct myself because Raz has pointed out I was incorrect. The point is, if you are visible from public property, so like even if you say you're in your house, in your bedroom, changing your clothes, and you're bare ass naked, and you left your window open with your blinds open,
I get that.
And I'm on the sidewalk, and I happen to catch you on film as I walk by, there's nothing you can do about it. Because
I get
visible
that.
from public. Sorry, I had to fix my wording.
No, I get that. I mean, that's that that also that old proverb that all the auditors use about you can't trespass my eyes.
Right. Which that is true. You cannot trespass my eyes. That is a true saying. And it does make sense. If I'm on a sidewalk and I see you, I'm sorry, but you were in view of me. Unfortunately, I don't agree with it all the time because, like I said, I wouldn't want my wife to be changing and somebody walking by and she forgot to turn the blinds all the way. I wouldn't want to see that on YouTube.
Hey, Brian, I got a couple of those videos. Would you like to buy them?
Sure, you give me the Cap Ash donations to buy them from you. But no, I get it.
Hey, I'm gonna have to jump down. Exile, did you come up to talk to me or just in general? Hello, Exile?
Too much weed.
Yeah, give me a second. I'm digging in my freezer trying to grab something to eat. Okay, I'm not going to lie. I didn't know the conversation. I just hopped up here because I was excited to see Brian start a panel and actually hear Brian's voice.
Oh,
hey, the last panel I saw Brian do.
I'm trying to catch up with the conversation now.
Peachy, hello.
Hey,
Peach Pie. How you doing?
Hello, Peachy. How you been?
Hey, I'm doing well. Thank you, Brian King, for having me on panel.
Yeah.
Hey, Peachy, I just need to tell you this because I typed this to you, but I need to tell you this.
Okay.
So when you and I were on Cindy Renee's panel that day, and you were so concerned about my health because I was going through a really serious health issue, and you were very concerned about me. And then I found out that very same day, Cindy Renee leaked out your health issues.
Yeah.
And that your health issues was very, very serious, more serious than mine. But you weren't concerned about yourself. You were concerned about me.
Aww.
And that really touched me a lot. And I appreciate you.
I love you, Taze.
I love you too.
I do. You, from day one, you've always made me laugh. And I'm not in chat like I used to be, but you'd always cheer me up, dude. I mean, always.
Oh, well, that's good. That's my job. I did my job then.
Yeah.
Maybe Maybe
It's
some people's calling is to do auditing, and my calling was to make people laugh.
yeah. Well, I hope that you're doing better.
I am. I went to the doctor yesterday. They said everything looks great.
Oh, good. I'm glad to hear it.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So, Tage, you're actually an auditor?
Oh, no. I started out by watching. I started out by watching auditors, and I was actually very pro auditing, and then I kind of switched horses there, and I was very anti auditing, and then I kind of got to the point right now where I'm not anti auditing so much as I'm anti auditor. I haven't seen anybody that does it good or right. In fact, most of the ones I've seen, they do a very big disservice to the movement.
Okay, well, I mean, I get to hear your voiced opinion on it. It's the first time I've heard your voice too. I figured you just hated all auditors because of the screen
I
name.
don't hate.
It always made me laugh
I don't
reading
hate
it,
all
though.
auditors. I don't hate all auditors. In fact, I don't hate anybody. I hate what they do, and the way they do their audits. Now, Exile, if you audit, I haven't seen you, so you may be.
Hold
I don't put
on. Guys,
I
stop.
don't put mine on film, and trust me, you would not
Exile.
like my audits. I cuss police officers out and
Oh
all
my
kinds
God.
of shit.
Hold on.
Sorry,
Well,
what's
that
up, Brian?
doesn't bother me as much as people that cuss out things like clerks. Like,
Taze, hold on, please. Peachy, you have some serious feedback coming out of you somehow, and it's really messing with my headphones real bad.
I muted, so
it stopped when you muted. I'm just letting you know.
I'll jump out.
That's because Peachy uses an iPhone.
Damn.
Mic drop.
Well, they are shitty phones that are well overpriced.
Yeah, overpriced, right.
I haven't used a Mac product since the 80s. I refuse to.
I don't use them, but I got a teenage daughter that won't fucking accept an Android. All she wants is iPhones all the damn time.
Yeah, well,
I bet you she would accept an Android if that's all she had coming. But I get it. I get it. I get it. I raise daughters. I mean, you do whatever you can to make them happy.
Yeah, she's stubborn as shit. She as a matter of fact, her last iPhone is broke right now, and she's waiting a month until we get new phones.
Is it still there, Brian?
Hold on. Talk. Taze was talking at the same time. So talk,
Is
Peachy.
it still there? Is it still there?
Not at the moment, no.
Okay. For some reason, usually I can see comments. You know, I toggle back and forth between private chat and comments, and I can see comments, but not today. I don't know what's going on.
I had the same problem. I tried to go to the comments and I can't do it.
Really? Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe it's my operating system.
No, it's the same for all of us, Peachy.
Yeah, not for all.
Well,
I think it's AC is DDoSing Brian. That's the problem.
Damn it, AC!
Damn it, AC! Now Brian's gonna have to report you to the authorities, and please don't threaten Brian's life.
Just give me Cash App while you do it.
Yeah, Brian needs weed, AC.
I don't smoke it, but hey, give me the money for it.
I wanted to say something real quick about the auditing word, auditor, right? I have filmed the police. As a lot of you guys know, I did 2 weeks of filming in Atlanta with the George Floyd protest. I filmed
Yes, ma'am, I remember.
Yeah, I filmed in government buildings. I've been arrested twice. You know, it's been off and on for me. I don't consider myself an auditor. more as a, I like
A
to.
rights exerciser, huh?
I
That
do.
exactly. That's what I
Right.
was getting
But you
ready to
know
say
what?
next. So
You know what? I didn't know this either when I went, because I like, before I do a show, I like to do a little bit of research. My background's a teacher and coaching, so we do prep work like for lesson plans. So before I came up, I googled a couple of words, and one word was auditor. I didn't know there's a Wikipedia page for First Amendment audits.
Really?
There's a Wikipedia page for everything.
Exactly.
It's been there a while.
Yeah, I didn't know that, Brian. I didn't know that, but
Well-
I thought that was pretty cool. So it basically talks about how there's a large American social movement that usually involves photographing or filming from public spaces.
Yeah, you want to laugh? Look up the Urban Dictionary definition for masshole reports.
What does it say?
You got to read it. I don't remember the verbatim.
All right.
Google's got a different definition of auditor than Wikipedia does. Google's definition is a group of Americans that don't believe in laws and believe in sovereign citizenship and usually hate police.
Well, I'll be honest with you. My daughter is a true auditor, but she went to college to be an auditor. She's an accountant and she does auditing. So
there you go. That's a true auditor.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm a blacksmith, knifesmith, software engineer.
I don't know where, but I've heard someone had a license to be an actual auditor of the police. I think it was one of the Canadian auditors. I can't remember though, but they said they have an actual license to do that.
Yeah, I don't think that would work here, do you?
No. I think it would be a good idea. I've always agreed there should be a citizen review board.
Yeah, I mean, I agree too. There should be a citizen review board for the police. And hey, if we're ever said to be out of hand, there should be a review board for us.
Yeah, well, see, sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, I've been saying all along that auditors don't keep themselves in check like they do officials, police or government officials, and that as a group, it seemed to me like that auditors should band together as much as they can and try to get the bad people out of the thing.
Yeah, but
you know what I mean?
You have to remember, 95% minimum of the people that call themselves an auditor now are not. They are wannabe YouTubers that are looking for a quick buck, and they saw something that got a lot of views. How many of them come and they get 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 subscribers real quick, and then they realize they're not going to make tens of thousands of dollars every month because YouTube doesn't pay that much right away, and then they disappear.
On that note, I would say you guys haven't watched me, AC, and Asmar go after people we believe shouldn't be a part of the movement, like people victimizers.
Oh, I have.
It just seems like it doesn't get enough traction.
Yeah,
hey,
that's
just
because
real quick,
most people want to watch us to help assist.
Real quick, just go around the panel. Who here thinks that it's only a matter of time before News Now Omaha gets shot? I agree. I think that's coming. What do you guys think?
I gotta answer the phone. I'll be right back.
Yeah.
I agree wholeheartedly.
That guy, he used to be a street preacher, and he was actually pretty good at it. And I'd like to see him go back to it.
Well,
it's pretty eye-speaking.
One of the things that bothers me, though, that's been going around, too, though, is the whole all cops are evil, all cops are bad, all cops are corrupt. Do the research, people. Seriously, I've done the actual research. There are over 600,000 people in the U.S., not counting federal ones, that carry a badge and are called an officer of the law. Now, do the math on how many annually are actually charged with a crime, not convicted, Just charged. Now, we all know that some get away with it. We all know that. I'm not excusing that at all. So, multiply that number by 500% for a margin of error. I think 500% is a pretty safe bet. That is still less than 4.6% of all officers. You guys really think that all 600,000 are corrupt? I'm sorry. I refuse to believe that. Just like I refuse to believe that just because they are charged, Exile, need to see something. Just because they're charged does not make them evil. They're charged. How many innocent people are charged every day? Millions. Whether it's, disorderly conduct up to murder. Innocent people are charged every single day.
Yeah. And innocent people are in jail. Or innocent people are in prison. I think I'm the only person who's had a ex-officer pretend he's a real officer.
Oh yeah, I remember that. I remember that.
I remember that.
Yeah.
That was like at a lake or something, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was at a park.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember you and I had a disagreement over it and what happened.
Yeah, well, I don't think you even watched the video.
I did watch the video, but when I tried to ask you about the video, because I'm hearing impaired and didn't fully understand the video, we had some kind of disagreement over something, and then you didn't talk to me until now.
Well, I don't know you very well at all. We don't know each other really at all, Brian, right?
Well, no, you never gave me a chance. I've been around 10 years.
No, I apologize. I don't know. I don't think our paths have really crossed that much, Brian. But somebody got butt hurt with a friend with an issue. I'm not going to bring it up.
Hold on.
Decided to do.
I have to answer my roommate. He's at the store, so you guys can talk amongst yourselves for a moment, please.
All right, I'll wait till you get back.
So, hello?
Yeah, I'm here. It's weird, Taze. I'm wondering if there's a setting that he's not clicked on with StreamYards to enable the chat for people on panel to see the chat.
It's because he's going through another service.
Okay. So hi everyone in chat. Just know that I can't see chat.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Can you hear me now? Am I back?
Yeah.
God damn it.
I can hear
So who can actually see chat,
I'm gonna
Brian?
jump off.
No, nobody can see the chat, Exo.
Oh,
We're on the phone. I'm on my phone.
Yeah, you can bring it up.
Can you hear me now?
Here's the question I have.
I'm gonna jump off of here. I got people calling me. They're not letting me. Can you hear me now?
I don't think AC can hear us.
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, so here's the question I have. I see a lot of auditors actually when they're on a cop watch will ask cops, have you ever turned in a bad cop? That seems to be like a real common question. Have you ever asked a cop that, AC?
I have when a cop claims to be a good officer.
Okay, so and then because when I hear him say that, like I had this conversation with Carolina in Fort Worth. I told her, I said, Carolina, there are a whole lot of bad teachers out there, a whole lot. Have you ever turned in a bad teacher? So I always say that to the auditors. Have you ever turned in a bad employee to HR?
When I was an employee, yeah, there was an employee once that risked someone's life. When I was a teenager, there was somebody that actually fried a bug in the French fries on purpose. So yeah, especially since used to pull up and eat at that restaurant occasionally.
Good on you. My point was that a lot of people ask other people to do things that they wouldn't do themselves.
Well, you didn't ask me, Taze.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so I don't ask that question to officers, nor do I ask them if it's too chaotic. I don't ask them their name or their badge number if I don't give a damn, right? I mean, that's not one thing I just ask out of control. But yes, I have turned in bad teachers in my field. Yes.
Good on you.
Yeah. Now, it's probably not going to work out so well for you. And it's
Maybe.
got to be. So I do have empathy. I think that it is a big gang. The blue thin line is a big gang unit. It has to be extremely difficult to turn in another officer because of retaliation. Because I know it's a lot worse in that field as it than teaching. But I think it should happen. It still should happen.
Well, I've had cops tell me not for retaliation reasons, but let's say it's a non-fireable thing, like you pull somebody over for speeding and it turns out it's your fellow officer. And you don't give them a ticket, you give them a warning. Well, first of all, they probably give a whole lot of people warnings. So he's not giving that officer something that he hasn't given non-officer.
Right.
But let's say it actually was because he was a cop. I've had cops tell me, hey, that's the guy that I've got to count on having my back. So unless it's really like a drunk driving or something like that, I'm usually going to let him go. Although I was talking to one cop where he got a ticket. He was in the middle of moving and he changed pants and he left his old pants and he got pulled over and he didn't have his license on him. It was a different department than he worked for. He got a ticket for driving without a license. So it does happen.
The thing that gets to me is when an officer risks people's safety just to pull over somebody. Let's say, okay, somebody ran a red light, not intentionally, but it was warnings, and they pushed the point and they went through the light. So then this officer wants to whip a damn U-turn, speed through traffic, blast through the red light, and then pull you over. You're not supposed to break all those traffic infractions. Even as an officer, you're not above the law.
I'm gonna have to jump down, but I want to tell you this. Back in my misspent youth, I wasn't the nicest guy in the world, and I saw more than one inside of more than one jail cell, and every time I was in jail, I was the only guilty person in the whole jail. Everybody was innocent. Everybody was innocent.
Well, my local area is not like that, luckily, but you got plenty of them that, oh, I didn't do nothing. Damn well, a lot of them did.
My nephew's doing life, okay, and he's right where he deserves to be and where he needs to be. Nobody put him there but him. So I feel bad about it.
It sucks for that one guy that actually is innocent because of so many liars. Nobody's believing that one guy that's being honest.
I can tell you all that it does happen because I spent over 2 years in a cell, and it took me another 5 years to have it overturned and expunged. I was put in a cell solely because I was the only white guy in the neighborhood at the time when a car was stolen, and the judge wanted to make an example of me.
No, I can agree with that. I remember one time I could have got a ticket for jaywalking, but I walked across the street with my friend on the opposite side from the crosswalk. Lady cop gets on her damn thing. I'm in a hurry. She said, next time use the crosswalk. I'm like, okay, whatever. Next thing I know, she pulls up with her partner in the car. 2 more cop cars pull up. And then a cop jumps out. Did you call her fucking bitch? No, I didn't. Yes, you fucking did. Blah, blah, blah. And they're getting all fucking violent with me. And then more cop cars. By the time it was over, I got my ass jumped by 16 fucking cops deep and locked up for disorderly conduct for calling her a bitch, which I never did.
What did you call her?
I just said, okay, whatever. in agreement with her and try to keep it moving.
Yeah, it's crazy. It does happen.
My brother used to live in a town that was I mean, he wasn't the only white person that lived in that town, but he was one of a handful. I mean, it was predominantly black, and he had no problems living there. And he had no problems with people. He had great neighbors, but he would work, and he would work late. And when he would be driving home at night, he would get pulled over a lot. And they would ask him, what are you doing here? He was, I'm going home. Because they said, and they would be honest with him. They'd tell him, there's really only one reason for a white man to be in this neighborhood this late, and that's to buy drugs.
No, that's ridiculous.
Yeah, well, it was a city that had just incorporated
myself
and it was a brand new police department, which is completely been revamped since then, and actually they have a very good police department now. But anyway, he actually went into the police department and went up and he goes, "Hey, I got a complaint to make. You guys are profiling me. You guys are racially profiling me."
And I guarantee you, they didn't even hear him out. I've had it growing up in the ghetto, and the thing is, unfortunately, that's a part of their training to believe that if they see a black individual in a predominantly white neighborhood or a white individual in a predominantly black neighborhood, that they're either there to rob or sell drugs. It's part of their training.
I'm gonna jump down, guys. Say appreciate it. I gotta take care of some work stuff.
All right, see you later, man. Thanks for being there.
Later.
I gotta jump down too, Brian.
All right.
But now you.
Hi, PT.
This is why I don't come on panels very often.
See you guys.
I can't shut up.
It's all right, man. It's all good.
That's all right. Good seeing you, Peach Pie. Nice meeting you, Exile.
Good to see you, Taze. You take care.
I just figured out why the comments are not showing up on the StreamYards. I'm not live through StreamYards. I'm live through Streamlabs OBS. I only use StreamYards for the panel. So there is no tie-in to the actual chat, the live stream. It's like basically two different systems that I just integrated together.
That makes sense. Hey, Brian, we can talk about that situation off air if you want to.
Hold on. Yeah, I mean it's. Wait, what situation? Sorry.
Mammy has my phone number with the park filming.
Oh.
Yeah,
well,
we can. Yeah.
That's
I think there was miscommunication.
Yeah, it was. We were, me and PDF and I think one or two other people were trying to figure out what was going on, and because I couldn't hear it properly, I couldn't really figure it out. So I mean, it's not a huge deal. It's in the past, no big deal. But, damn, I've been.
No, it was just a payback. That video was just a payback for something personal. That's all.
Right.
So if that something personal didn't come up with a friend of his, it never would have been aired. So right. like that anyway. Yeah.
I've been up for 3 hours now, and obviously somebody else must have went live because all of a sudden there was only like 6 people in here. So I might as well kill this while it's so dead in the chat anyways, and my ass hurts from sitting still for 3 hours.
All right. Well, hey, thanks for having me up. Exile, it's good to see you. Brian, y'all take care.
All
Chat,
right.
y'all take care.
See you later.
Happy New Year to everyone.
You too. Exile, good to see you up here. I figured at some point you'd pop on. You pop on everywhere.
Yeah, I've been sleeping and I woke up and I was going through my notifications. I was like, Brian King? Oh, yep, that's the one right there. I'm going there.
All right, man. Yeah, I plan on doing more. It's just I got to get shit worked out with all the software, and everybody wants you to pay for it. So whether I use StreamYards or Zoom or whatever, they all want money. So
well, I'm looking forward to it because in the chat you hold very intriguing conversations, and I heard you used to hold panels and they were great. So I'm looking
Yeah.
forward.
All right, man. Well, it was good having you on here. Like I said, I'm just gonna kill this and stretch and whatever.
Yeah, take it easy, my friend.
All right, you too, man.
Later.
Yep. So those that remain in chat, I really appreciate coming out and hanging out with me and picking on Rebel a bit, and hopefully he didn't get his $220 he was aiming for. Yeah, we're not gonna get into that, AJM. You come in at the end. I mean, seriously. So, but again, I do appreciate everybody hanging out with me for 3 hours and shooting the breeze, catching up, letting me babble a bit. And yes, you are right, Jessica. Obviously, right? You see right here. Where is it? Right there. Bam. If anybody wants to. Ross Khan, I wish you would have came up. I really wanted to chat with you. I haven't heard your voice yet. Maybe next time, I guess. I was looking forward to it. That's up to you, man. I mean, I got to stretch and all that and let my phone charge and everything. Everything's been running for hours. So I kind of got to unplug a bunch of stuff and put things away. Oh, really? There's an interesting one right there, Andrew. So I guess Andrew's still up. So, no, I'm just saying, AJM, you said it at the end. So it's like nobody can really rebuttal or agree or any of that because it's at the end. So, yeah, well, you could have taken a break, Ross. Come on. 2 years without a stream and you just gonna leave me hanging? I see how you are. I see how it is. It's not that, AJ. Like I said, you came in at the end of the stream. That has nothing to do with free speech. I didn't stop you from talking. I'm just saying you came in at the end. You talk about something that would spark a large conversation, and everybody's leaving. All right, Ross. I'm going to hold you to it. So I guess I'll see you guys in Andrews in a few. Like I said, I got to stretch and everything, and so we'll just go from there. So thanks again, guys.